Never trust a big butt and a smile, that girl is done. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Monday to you. Right on time, top of the hour. Raw's about to kick off. Kind of a weird one tonight, according to WWE.com. I just kind of peeked at the advertisements for the matches and the preview. Weird shit going on. A little bit intrigued by this Samoan Summit. On the surface, it sounds like it's going to be absolutely nothing. Probably something that just might lead to a SummerSlam match, but do you think we might be on the verge of maybe a Joe face turn or something? Maybe Joe and Roman don't face each other at SummerSlam. Maybe they get a tag team title shot at SummerSlam. I don't know, just a thought. But likely, it's going to be really, really stupid. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Almighty Addicted Chip. James, Joey, Roderick, Barry, Colin, Ratnick, all y'all. I tried to get up here a couple of minutes early. I wasn't able to make it happen, though, but I'm here now. Already 100 people in here right off the bat. I don't know if this is going to be more fun than last week or not. Don't really know. What kind of intro we got going on here? Oh, Jesus, the 24/7 title. I love this. This is opening the show, I believe. 24/7 title match. WWE was like, the 24/7 title is on the line as Raw kicks off. And I'm like, isn't the 24/7 title always on the line? And then someone was like, someone responded and said that I guess if there's a match booked, then during the match, that means nobody else can come in and try to win the belt. And now I'm fucking dizzy. So, I don't know. All I know is I just want R-Truth to hold it forever. And that's all. It's all I care about. What's going on? How Wheezy? How Wheezy 4 times. How's it going, champ? Angie, how are you, girl? Good to see you. Ernie, you are on your own with that Area 51 stuff. If you want to go check it out, be my guest. I'm wondering if it's really going to be hundreds of thousands of people storming it. Who's going first? Do you draw straws? How does that work? Dark Rose is chosen to grace us for a little bit. We'll see how long that goes. Let's try to keep him entertained. Or her. Hello from New Zealand. What's going on? They're in Little Rock. Shout out to, I forgot who it was, Clyde, I believe. He is in the crowd tonight. Gave me an early shot video of the crowd as people were filing in. Good section of the arena tarped off, but that's the norm these days. Generally, it's only a bottom level deal. So Renee is now in the ring. She is a wrestler. I love that she's bigger than him. That cracks me up. And thank you, Clyde, who is there right now for some of the on-location reports from Raw. I have never been to Arkansas before. Happy Monday, Big J, and all y'all. Smash that thumbs up for me while you're here tonight. Make sure you subscribe. Let's find out what Michael Cole is talking about, and then I'll give you an update on next week. I don't know why I care to listen to him, but I barely recognize Eric Young. Every time I see him on TV, I'm like, who is that guy? And it takes me like 4 seconds for my brain to process that that's him. Looks like an old man now. Well, anyway, I wanted to let you guys know there's potentially some bad news. I don't think I'm going to be streaming next week. I'm going out of town on Thursday, and I don't get back until Monday afternoon next week. And I might not have enough time. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and say no, and then if something crazy happens and I'm able to make it, or I can get up here and do and live react to Raw, I'll do it. But otherwise, count me out for next week. First Raw I've missed in a while, I think, since I was in Hawaii. So, apologize for that. I'd say there's a fraction of a chance I could still be up here, but plan for me not to be. So you're going to have to hang out with somebody else next Monday. I'm so sorry. Is Carmella rapping too? So I missed what happened with how Drake Maverick's wife was located. I know that she was in the limo that R-Truth jumped in last week and it drove off. And Maverick was very worried about his baby being the 24/7 title. But now she's back with him. I haven't been following this goofy-ass situation, so... Wow, I didn't know that Steven Scott No Mercy 2002 was in Little Rock, huh? I don't even remember that card. Let's see if I can remember who would be on that card. Maybe Taker Brock? That's probably the only thing I can recollect from that. That might have been the Hell in the Cell match. Right? See, my memory's not that bad. No, I'm not coming to Wilmington. I might not make it back to North Carolina until next summer. I don't know unless I figure something out this year, but I got a lot of shit going on. So Wilmington might be next year, but I'm going to Michigan this week. But still, like, they're trying to explain the rules to this thing, and the 24/7 title, I'm so dizzy just thinking about this, is open to everybody, right? Why is it only 7 guys? Like, I understand they're, like, just the dudes chasing this thing, but technically, you got a roster of, what, 75 men on it? Only 7 guys give a shit about this clock belt? I liked last week where you had Briscoe and Patterson going down in the record books as champions. Pat Patterson, a champion in WWE in 2019. Technically, he is. That 24/7 title victory of his was every single bit as relevant as his bullshit Rio de Janeiro tournament win when he won the IC title. So, if anything, it's more legit. So, I'm acknowledging it. But that was all fun shit last week, but there's Carmella. Super chats flying in. Addicted Chip, thanks, dude. Oh, yeah. I didn't see how much he really wrestled in TNA. But I knew WWE liked him. I mean, they snagged him as soon as they had a chance. Thank you, Barry, for the $5. You got my present in the mail. Barry has been very generous about when I was doing those donation videos, which I've temporarily suspended. I might pick those back up. And Truth just retained. I don't know what's going to happen here. But Barry donated so many times. When I was upgrading all my equipment and I got a new hard drive, I sent him a 3 terabyte hard drive filled with my wrestling collection as a present and as a thank you for all your support, Barry. So have fun watching that. You've got your own personal portable WWE network now. Oh, Lord. Hey, that's smart by R-Truth. He just dived. You can't all pin him. He's counting. Well, who wins the fucking... Eric Young's got it? Oh, Kanellis has it. Maria is going to beat you for that belt. First guy in history to lose to a pregnant woman. Oh, now they're all going to chase him. These guys just running after. They just look so fucking stupid. It's so funny. R-Truth, it's okay. When it's all said and done, I'm curious how many times Truth is going to go down as champ. I don't know how many times he's already won it. 10 or something? Oh, shit. You guys suck at chasing. They're all like, I'm getting away from this. God, she is awful. I was right about the 10 times? Nice. Every time I think of Power of Love, I think of Huey Lewis. Not their fucking song. Damn. Kick you in the vagina. I don't want to be kicked in my vagina. That would suck. Look at Corey. Mike has a... He's trying to do the calculations in his head. Vagina, Mike, Kanellis, yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, we got Becky and Alexa. What is this for? Can Alexa get any more title shots? Is it possible? Alright, so we've got Seth Rollins taking on Ziggler tonight. Apparently this is like Seth trying to get retribution for Shawn. And I really hope they do that match, Ziggler and Shawn, not Ziggler and Miz. But if they're going to do it, we got, what, one more Raw after this to figure it out? The Samoan Summit. See, that's what I'm thinking. As dumb as this looks and sounds on the surface, I'm just half-ass wondering, since what else are you going to do with Samoa Joe at this point? He loses every match he has. WWE's just elected never to pull the trigger on him. Probably won't at this point. Does he turn face? WWE's trying to promote this summit as the two are going to squash their beef. Like, what the fuck? Who does this? So do you think it's possible that they actually do it? Hey, we're from the same island. We're cut from the same cloth. You know, let's just join forces or whatever. I mean, that's not really Joe's character, but otherwise, what are they doing? Is this just going to lead to a SummerSlam match? We've seen this match a million times. We just saw it on Raw last week or whenever it was, and Joe lost. So why? So maybe they randomly put them together, give them a tag team title shot. I don't know. Just a thought. Y'all want to hook me up with some thumbs up over there since there's 200 folks in the chat right now? I would appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. I'm up here every single week watching Monday Night Raw, except for next week because I'm out of town, and I apologize. But otherwise, usually by the time this year is over, I'm probably only going to have missed maybe 3 Raws. I know I've missed one already, and I'm going to miss next week likely. And then there'll probably be one more somewhere during the year that I'll miss. But otherwise, I'm always here. So come hang out and watch Raw with me every Monday night.
On the way home, even if it's not your fault. Like if it's whoever that guy's chasing's fault. Or if it's man's best friend's fault.
Putting Maria in I don't know if necessarily Maria in maybe a lesbian storyline. But I would expect them to probably do that at some point with somebody. I think they were almost teasing it, sort of, that there was a romantic relationship maybe between Sasha and Bayley, the way all that shit was going down and the therapy and all that stuff. And there was that really awkward interaction where I swear I thought something was going to happen when the way they were looking at each other and talking to each other. So I think WWE's tossing the idea around. Somebody's going to eventually pull the trigger on it. But I don't know who it involves. I would assume, much like, you know, remember when they did the thing with Alexa and Nia Jax, and they did, like, the fat shaming? They were attempting, while they were doing that storyline, instead of back in the day in the Attitude Era where they would have made fun of Nia Jax, they're trying to do the angle in such a way that will also maybe send a message type of thing, where there's a lesson to be learned, where WWE never gave a shit about any of that during the Attitude Era. It was HLA, you know? So if they do it this time, you know, they might use someone like Sonya Deville or somebody else that's in a same-sex relationship and bring that onto TV somehow. I mean, it's in every other form of entertainment. Hell, right before Raw comes on the air, Modern Family is on for like 3 hours of it. And WWE going down that road, I don't think would be controversial at all. I think it would be real life and something that happens in real life. And so, since they always do men and women relationships on TV, why not do same-sex ones? Eventually, they're going to do it. I just don't know when, and I don't know how, and they're going to have to keep it under, you know, the PG environment. You know, they're doing, it's so funny now, they just do these little things like saying vagina and Corey with the holy shit the other day. So I like it. I'm glad that they're trying a few things to be a little bit more not lame, but they got a long way to go. They got to do a lot more than saying vagina and shit every now and then on TV to solve some of these problems. What is this? Good Boys? This is a movie I probably would have gone to see like 10 years ago. Oh, Lord. It's like Stand By Me meets Superbad. That's funny. Well, when that arrives for free on a stream, I'll take a look at it. Oh my God, Canyon Price, thank you for the $2. Yes, I did. That was awesome. I don't know why Khalib has a problem with this. Dude, did you see the video? That was fucking great. I did. You tagged me in that. Has a ton of views, like 60,000 views or something. So Canyon, I guess, was at ringside for, it looked like a live event, right? And I don't know who was wrestling. I just know one of them was Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin, as he's doing a video, Baron is coming from behind him and slams into him. It's fucking great. Buddy, put your Twitter handle down below. Y'all go follow him and check out the video. It was awesome. And thank you for the $1.99. You're awesome. Very cool. I have a similar story like that. I've told it before. My buddy Daniel, who might be watching right now, we were at a house show. And it was Austin and Rock. And we were like right up. I think we were second row on the barricade. Austin and Rock had like a no holds barred match or no disqualification match. Some sort of match where they could fight everywhere. And Austin clotheslined Rock right over the barricade, and Rock literally landed right in my lap. And Austin's like leaning over the barricade, smacking the Rock. It's fucking great. It's not the first time I got hurt by those two. There's another incident where Rock hit the guardrail and it smacked into my elbow and left me hurting for a little while. And I loved it. It felt good to hurt. That way if somebody asks what happened to my elbow, I'm like, the Rock did it. You know, things got a little heated between us. So yeah, cool story and very cool video, dude. I'm glad that happened to you. I hope you didn't get hurt, by the way, because it did look like you took kind of a bump on that. That did not look like, that didn't look like it felt good. Mike Witt, thanks for the $2, dude. Good to see you in here. As always, will you be live streaming AEW this fall on TNT? No, probably not. They are going to air on Wednesdays. That's not a night I'm usually off, and even if I am off, you know, maybe for special occasions or a big show or something like that, I'll stream it, but not planning on doing it just because I'd never be able to do it consistently. The only reason this works, and I'm up here every week, is because Monday nights have traditionally, my entire life, ever since I started working, have been my nights off. So I'm always off Monday, so it just works, where Wednesdays will just be a little hard. So the plan is not to stream right now. By the way, we got Mysterio and Cesaro in a one-on-one match, which again, on paper is great. If this is on a pay-per-view for a title belt, I'd fucking pay money for this, but in a cold, raw match that means nothing. Unless there's some... Oh, is this the, is this the Gauntlet? Oh, this is the Gauntlet. I'm sorry. I forgot. They advertised the Gauntlet, too, to find out who's going to face AJ Styles. So that's what's going on here. I know Ricochet is in this. I didn't even see the other competitors. I mean, I did, but I forgot who the hell's in it. And this will be a SummerSlam match, correct? So... I saw that. Usos have got a title match tonight. That graphic came up on the screen. You know, Ray debuted in 1989. He is one of very, very few 30-year veterans to still wrestle at a top level. 30 years. I mean, Shawn didn't make it 30 years. A lot of people that you might think wrestled 30 years did not wrestle for 30 years. Right now, currently, there's two. There's Ray, and there's Jericho. And Jericho's got a world title shot next month. And I believe he also debuted in 89, so... Oh, nice. Thanks, Canyon. You got a pic with Matt Hardy and told him about me. That's cool. I don't know if Matt will remember me or not. We met him a couple times. We saw some really weird things involving the Hardys, and back in the day when they were younger and first coming in, and you know, they used to have kind of like an entourage of friends that would go to the shows when they would hit Fayetteville or wherever, and yeah, grim-looking bunch, but fun. Their dad used to hang out in the crowd and shit and talk to fans. It was cool. To be fair, Ray started at age 13. No, I think Ray 619'd his way into the egg when he was a sperm. He just kicked a hole right in it and got in there. Fertilized that bitch. Yeah, I'm not too excited about tonight's Raw. I just don't think we're going to see that much. I mean, we're right smack in the middle of SummerSlam build here, and we got to get a few more matches announced. Because right now, I think there's still only 6 or 7. What am I doing? There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to catch this rest of this match preview here. Okay, so Sami Zayn, Andrade, and Ricochet are also in this. Okay. Andrade, and then we've got Triple Threat with the Club, or the OC, and the Usos and Revival. Do you think WWE would troll everyone and give the Usos the title tonight? That would just be so fucked up if they did that. A lot of fans holding Jimmy accountable. Good for them. He should be held accountable. This shit's getting ridiculous. Dude's been arrested 4 times, 3 times for DUI. We're beyond, okay, everybody makes mistakes, you know, all is forgiven. We're beyond that. So, dude needs to get his shit together or needs to be punished. Enough of this, he's responsible for his own actions bullshit. That's stupid. Oh, thanks, Addicted Chip. Thanks for the $2, dude. Yeah, I was working on that. I've been kind of doing an overhaul of my little office area. I got a new computer coming, and I've been telling you guys I've been doing changes all summer long. So I've been doing a lot of changes. And finally, I'm like, I am running out of media. Like, I'm running out of room for all this, like, shit I have and stuff. So I decided to get my DIY on. I live right next to a Home Depot. It's literally like at arm's reach. So I just made a couple of measurements, went and bought a few pieces of wood, and screwed some stuff together with an electric screwdriver and kind of... and used some spare parts from some broken down IKEA furniture and fashioned myself a little nice shelf that now kind of wraps all the way around me, and posted a nice picture of it over on Twitter. I'm like, look at me getting my handyman on. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah, because now I'm in the final push here. I'm giving myself the whole summer, so by the time we get to September 1st, I want everything just the way I want it, so I can just start busting out content to you guys really consistently and easily and efficiently. That's been my main goal for all of these changes taking place this summer. New podcast will be kicking off in a couple of weeks. Did a dry run a couple days ago, last Friday. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. I think I threw a link up here in the cards. Let me catch up some of these super chats. Where did I miss another one? Another one from Canyon, excuse me. Oh, I didn't know that. Corbin also posted a vid on his Instagram and talked trash to you? That's great. Corbin, what a douche. Mike Witt, thank you for the $2, dude. Only a month away. Think Punk shows up at All Out. I talked about that on Friday. I don't know. According to him, no. According to him, the interview he did with ESPN, he's been claiming that he's talked to them, but he's hesitant and really vague about what he's doing. Even kind of passive-aggressively complained about them text messaging offers to him and shit like that. And Punk is right. I mean, if they want to offer this guy millions of dollars to come in, they need to do it a little bit better than a text message. But I also understand that Punk comes off as just a jerk most of the time, and he gets pissed about dumb shit most of the time. So I hope they're working us. Cody also responded and said, oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Punk went back to WWE. So I would love it if they're just working everybody and Punk shows up, because he's doing StarCast, so it would be logical to think that he is showing up at All Out. And maybe they want to throw the fans off the trail, and that's why they're doing this. But my instinct tells me that it's legit, that he's not going to be showing up at All Out. But my instinct's been wrong before. So we'll see. Ramon Coffee, thank you, dude, for the $5. Royal Rumble, 1995. I haven't forgotten you. Do I think Zeus will ever go into the Hall of Fame? No, I don't. I think we mentioned I can't remember who was brought up last week. Somebody brought up a wrestler. It might have been, it was Boogeyman. And I was like, I think we have to draw the line somewhere. I know pretty much everybody gets in. You know, a lot of low card talent. You know, guys like Coco Beware and shit like that are all in the Hall of Fame. So I think if you're a medium-sized star and you were memorable and people remember you for whatever reason, and Coco was awesome. He had the bird, he had Frankie, he was a good singer. People remember him. So that's pretty much all I thought the criteria was. If people remembered you, then you can get in. But I think Zeus is really pushing it. He wasn't even a wrestler. He was brought in with no training. They just threw him the fuck out there. Nowadays, ooh, good uppercut. Ray just springboarded himself right into an uppercut. But nowadays, if this would happen, they would send Zeus to the Performance Center for a month to at least get an idea of what the hell he's doing. And he might be able to go out there and have a passable match if he's working with somebody that really knows what they're doing. So Zeus, I just don't think can go into the Hall of Fame. So I'm voting no on Zeus. If there was a Hall of Fame for great movie characters, then I'd put him in, but there's not. Repo Man Hall of Fame. Barry Darso Hall of Fame for sure. Repo Man was just one of the 13 gimmicks he had. I really think that Demolition should have been in the Hall of Fame 10 years ago, but I think Darso or Edie or both was involved in that concussion lawsuit, and I think that kind of cock-blocked him a little bit, but Demolition is one of the big names that are just notably absent that not only should be in there, but should have been in there a long time ago. Along with Davey and Bulldog, or I'm sorry, and Owen, Pillman. Jesus. Jushin Liger could potentially go in. He did not do a lot with WWE, like nothing really. A match or two, I think. But that's never stopped him before for putting in guys that have made their careers elsewhere. So I'll vote yes on Liger. There'd be no reason to keep him out. It would just have to be his name comes up and says, yeah, sure. Nice. Cesaro knows how to sell that 619. A lot of guys just sit there now. Frog splash, I love it. Is he going to pin him? He is. Pin him with a frog splash for Eddie. Nathan Hansen, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed it. I'm assuming you're talking about the one from last week, right? Or Friday. And thank you for the $2, dude. Here comes Sami Zayn to try to get this victory now. Yeah, Ramon, Zeus and Friday was awesome. I love that movie. Thanks for another $2, dude. You are the best. I know Liger had that one match a couple of years ago on the network, Joey, but I think he might have had one more. There was one Japan show that I think, I might be wrong, but I think there might be two. Oh, excellent idea, Don. I think that's been talked about before. I think Brian Pillman Jr. actually wants a match with Liger, and I think you should do that in the first ever match on TNT. For sure. Pillman and Liger. By the way, we missed Sami Zayn getting pinned. Here comes Andrade. I don't know, Barry. I don't know what kind of demeanor Brock's even going to have in the Hall of Fame. Is he going to be an asshole? Is he, I've never once seen him, like, humble or happy or appreciative or anything. So it'll be interesting. But he'll do enough talking. I mean, Brock can talk. Brock really can talk. He's just got Heyman with him, so he doesn't need to. Oh, man, you guys are really flying in with the super chats tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for another one there, Nathan. How would you book AJ Styles NXT Invasion? Like AJ Styles going to NXT or AJ Styles in the club going to NXT? I don't know. Why would AJ Styles even invade NXT? And how would I book it? I don't know. I'd probably have him and the OC go after Undisputed Era or something like that. Give us some AJ and Cole matches. It's the only thing off the top of my head I can think of. That might be fun. But thanks for another one there, dude. Mike Witt, thanks for another $5, dude. Worst entrance music of all time. Oh, you're gonna shit on Girls and Cars? Oh my god. Your vote goes for Strikeforce, Girls and Cars. I remember when I was a kid thinking how bad that song was. It was. God, it wasn't Rick Derringer. It was somebody else saying Girls and Cars. I want to say Jimmy Hart wrote it. Jimmy Hart wrote a lot of that shit. Jimmy Hart also performed Girls and Cars at the Slammy Awards. And the Hart Foundation were out there for that and all sorts of cool shit. This would happen to Jimmy Hart because Jimmy Hart wrote and composed so many of WWE's themes back in the day. This was a common thing. Like, Strikeforce stole Girls and Cars from him somehow, and that was their entrance song. And that definitely is on the list for the worst of all time. It didn't even match. It made no sense. But the Young Stallions did the same thing. They stole Crank It Up from Jimmy Hart, who wrote and sang that. It was on the Pile Driver album, along with Girls and Cars. And Young Stallions stole that. So they had this habit of like taking Jimmy Hart's songs and giving it to other people and saying that the talent stole it, when really Jimmy Hart was writing all this shit and then signing over all the rights to WWE so they could continue to use them. Jimmy Hart probably could have made so much money had he demanded royalties or whatever. But that was the dumbest song in terms of like the team that they was coming out to. You know, to white meat baby faces, yes, but Girls and Cars? Like, what the fuck? They should have came out to like a rock song, you know, like Rock and Roll Express did. Try to at least be a little cooler. And I like the Strikeforce. I like the Can-Ams. You know, I like the look of Martel and either Zinc or Santana. But I think the song was the worst of all time because it just did not match the team. It was stupid. But I have fond memories of those days back then. Catherine in the house. Good. I am loaded with mods tonight. Good to see you in here, girl. Ziggles is not done anything yet. He's got to face Seth later on tonight, and that match has not yet happened. Robbie Dupree. Thank you, Dan. That's who it was. And they had Dupree, and they had Derringer, I think, helping out with a few songs on the album, Jimmy Hart. And they had Coco Beware performing some. That's the album that Vince McMahon, Stand Back, is on. Oh, whoops. I want to show you guys this. Hold on. Where the fuck is it? Up in this insane... Sorry, I got a pair of boxer shorts on. I wanted to shut off the camera for a second. So up on the top, the Pile Driver music album. I've got this thing on VHS and cassette tape. But yeah, it's got all that shit on it. Girls and Cars, Pile Driver. Oh, If You Only Knew, the Honky Tonk Man song. Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, which I think was done by Derringer and Mean Gene. Hogan. Oh, Stand Back is not on here. I thought it was. Oh, no, it is. I think Stand Back's on here. So yeah, anyway, pick yourself up a copy on eBay. Put it in your VCR. You will laugh your balls off. Let's get back to this gauntlet match here. Ray and Andrade. Dev's 30. Sherry Martel's version of HBK's theme. The funny thing is you, what I remember about that, and thank you for the $2, what I remember about that is not being used to Shawn's, because when Sherry's came out, that was the first time we heard it, so it didn't sound weird because it was the first song. So when she left and they re-recorded the song with Shawn's voice, I remember at first thinking it wasn't matching. I'm like, oh, this sounds weird with Shawn instead of Sherry. I actually felt the opposite. I do think they kept the scream in the beginning, the opening. I think that was still Sherry, but they took her singing it out. But I actually thought the opposite, and then as years would go on, I can't think of anybody else singing it other than Shawn Michaels. And I just love the fact that myself and all of us like that song. It's so stupid. But in the confines of wrestling, it's just, you sing along with it. And I don't know what the hell's wrong with us. I think we're all mentally deranged, but that's the life of a wrestling fan. How long until I'm in the Hall of Fame? As soon as I decide to accept. They can call me all they want. They do every year. They beg me, send me letters, tweets, phone calls. Please come into the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm like, hell no. Sherry and DiBiase were a good team. Sherry was a good team with any man she was with. Savage, DiBiase, and Sean. All of them were super memorable. And then when she went to WCW, Harlem Heat, same thing. Every single person she was stuck with, or persons that she was stuck with, she brought up. And that was her job. And she did it, and I miss her. She was one of my favorites ever. Her personality and presence is like really underrated. She did a lot to help the careers of a lot of people. You know, and without her, you know, I don't know how Savage would have done after Elizabeth. You know, he needed, you know, that transition since he was going heel. Instead of having a quiet, nice, soft-spoken, good, nice lady with him, he's got a fucking angry, crazy bitch. That was perfect. What a team they were. You know, and she was great with DiBiase. She was great with Sean. She was great with Flair. Sensuous Sherry, remember? Which I'm surprised WWE must have had Sensational Sherry trademarked because she had to be Sensuous Sherry over there. It's kind of weird. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Lisa's right. What's going on with these shitty likes? Hook me up with some likes. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Brood's theme was awesome. I think that theme still holds up. I think maybe spiced up or hand that theme into the CFOs and say, hey, make it better. I think it'd still be a good theme for someone. I like it. I used to rock out to that on WWE The Music Volume 3. Those were the days. Zelina, you are just too much for me. Nice. Is WWE ever going to do anything with Andrade? Because I don't know if it's just me, but he seems kind of good. I don't know if y'all noticed that about him. Oh, Ray got caught. I'm thinking, like, the way this is going, who's left here? Ricochet? Ray's got to go down in this. They're not going to do Ricochet and Ray, are they? Oh, that's it. Did they botch something? Here he goes with that mask again. You know, I thought they were going to do a mask match. Oh, my God. We caught our first glimpse of Ray's face there in about 20 years. So, yeah, I think Ricochet should win this to take on AJ because you're not going to do Andrade and AJ heel versus heel. That would be stupid. Have Ricochet move on here and then just do Andrade and Ray, and maybe you can do that mask match at SummerSlam since Ray has gotten his torn off here. I don't know, Steven Scott. That's a good question. I didn't even think about that because we've seen Bray Wyatt on TV a couple times now attacking people, but we haven't really heard any music, have we? So yeah, he probably will not keep that same theme. It doesn't feel like it really matches him now. He might come out, and I don't know how he's going to wrestle. I'm assuming he takes that mask off. There's no reason to conceal his identity when we know who he is. That mask seems a little bit more uncomfortable than the mask that Kane wore. Kane, I think it was more of like a leather mask that maybe stuck to his face a little bit better. This thing looks like hard plastic or something. Or hard rubber. Maybe something, you know, the Undertaker wore that mask when he had the orbital bone crush, like in the 90s. Kind of reminds me of that. So I don't know how he could possibly work with that thing on. And I don't know when he comes to the ring if he's going to be Mr. Rogers, if he comes out to that Firefly Funhouse music and he wears a goddamn sweater vest and he wrestles like that, and then this crazy bastard shows up. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I just really hope they don't screw it up. Because when I can't even begin to fathom what the best direction for this guy would be, I really worry what the WWE thinks that is. And I can't even think of how to book this guy at this point because I don't know what the plan, like how they're going to have him look. I'm guessing he comes out in the getup that he has, the leather and all that shit, and he just wrestles with the mask off. That's what I'm guessing. Maybe Funhouse stuff is saved for like we saw when he accepted Balor's challenge, like backstage stuff or pre-tape stuff. Maybe that's the only time we see Funhouse Bray Wyatt. And then we see serial killer Bray Wyatt in all his matches. That's the way I think it might go. How would y'all do it? Yeah, I'm a few days behind on the G1 too. Shit. Had to catch myself up on that. I'm not going to be home to watch SmackDown tomorrow, but I'll be checking out the results and all of that. I also did not even look at... Did you guys tell me what happened? I didn't even look at or pull up once Smackville this past Saturday. Bunch of matches on there. Didn't even see what happened. So I have no idea what's going on there. Reese Jones, good to see you in here, man. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate it. I was going to talk about that. Perfect segue, dude. I haven't had a chance to play around with the network format. Excuse me. The new network format. Yeah, a little bit. I mentioned this on Friday because I found this out during the podcast. Somebody had mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know. So I pulled it up right away, and I'm like, look at that. A whole new format. A couple of weird things. It looks like they've somehow combined it in with the WWE, with WWE.com or something. And then the layout is different. I've played around with it on my desktop and my TV. I think the streaming app on the TV is a little bit easier. I was really easy to find shit on there, so I like that change. But as far as the desktop, I haven't played with it enough to tell. A lot of people haven't liked it so far, and it's definitely not perfect. There's a few things I realized right off the bat, but they were long overdue for this. They haven't changed anything since they launched 5 years ago. It was long overdue for a little facelift and some tweaking. So I'll see how it goes. So far, I don't hate it, but we always reject new layouts and shit when they first happen. So it might grow on us, and WWE right off the bat, upon launch, it might not be perfect. They might have to tweak a few things up as they go as well. So I think overall the idea to tweak the format is a good idea. I just hope they tweaked it in a way that's easier for the audience to find shit and use it. That's the whole point. It feels... Actually, I'm not even a subscriber of Netflix anymore, but it does have that Netflix feel to it. Very much. But what do y'all think? Give me your pros and cons down below. While we've got Andrade and Ricochet. Ricochet's going to win this. I don't know why you would go Andrade versus AJ. Not a match that seems like it makes sense to me. Trying to get AJ over as a new heel with his new faction. Having them screw over and beat the shit out of a babyface is probably better to achieve that, right? Jon Moxley's wife is hot. I will agree. So is Aleister Black's. Now, since we're on the subject of wives, Jesus. The search bar is way better. That's one thing. I tried to search SummerSlam 1997. not long ago before this switch, and it didn't even come up. And I'm like, why is this not coming up? It's so fucking simple. I want a specific pay-per-view, and I'm just typing it in the search box, and you think it would pop right up. But like even the simplest things I can never figure out. So if they've improved that, that's wonderful. And it was much easier to find things on my Roku, which I use in 2 rooms, and I have an Apple TV in the other one. But the Roku has been pretty good with the network, and I like the new format. That's good. I've been keeping up with the G1 all the way up until last week. I'm many days behind, and I really got to catch up on that because it's about to wrap up, too. And I got to go out of town, so that's going to be tough to see the... I don't think I've seen the latest Moxley match, either. Was it Moxley and Naito? I forgot what I missed, but I've missed something. I don't know. It's funny we're talking about Zelina and Renee, because Renee actually matches Andrade's tights. Oh, you like that I put Miss Bliss up there? Well, I always have to have at least one female presence, and she's got a match against Becky tonight. Zelina is perfect for outside of the ring because she has a shit ton of energy. Very Sherry-like. Sherry never, if you go back and we were just talking about sensational Sherry, you go back and watch her like in the 80s and shit, not as a wrestler, but when she was like on the outside of the ring, she never once just sat there. Like she was constantly moving, just fidgety, like she's on crack. Zelina's like that. Very animated. Oh man, Mike Witt booked properly and all of that, and I think Black and Nakamura could headline anything. For any title, in any promotion, in any country. But in WWE, they'd be on the kickoff show. But Black and Nakamura is the Intercontinental Champion. That would be a wonderful match. I hope they do it. Yeah, Mox and Okada are undefeated. Okay, thank you for... Yeah, I knew Okada was. I watched... How did I watch with him? I watched Okada and Tanahashi, and then Okada... And who the fuck did he face? Zelina, don't have a heart attack, girl. It's okay. Well, we got a Canadian Destroyer in all caps there, and these 2 guys are on the top rope. Are we going to get a Canadian Destroyer from the top rope? Did you guys see the... There's a video floating around Twitter of somebody taking that move on a Walmart floor, like on the hard tile floor. Crazy. 6:30. Is that going to do it? It's okay, Zelina. It's going to be all right, girl. Ricochet AJ ladder match? Yes. Absolutely. Good idea. You can't do another one-on-one. These guys have done that enough. AJ and Ricochet have faced and faced again, right? So throw a gimmick on this one. Totally. Ladder match would be perfect. I mean, you could beef up SummerSlam here. You put Ricochet and AJ in a ladder match. You have Shawn have a return match against Ziggler. You put Rey Mysterio's mask on the line. That spices up the card enough for me. I'm down with that. All they got to do is do it. Yeah, ladder match is absolutely necessary. Now he's getting interviewed. Can we stop interviewing Ricochet after matches? That would be fabulous. If we could not make that a thing anymore.
Now, when I beat Samoa Joe to become the United States champion, nobody could believe it. And honestly, it was...
What do you mean nobody can believe it? Samoa Joe loses all the time.
Myself. But if there's anything that I've learned through my experiences, it's that people for some reason only believe what they can see. So, at SummerSlam, when I beat AJ Styles and I raised the U.S. title over my head once again, then everyone will believe. And so will I. You know, Ricochet said before that he absolutely loves what he does, and he loves being champion. AJ Styles.
Sorry, I'm typing a tweet. Why is she smiling at him? I thought she hated him.
We're champions. You can look at me.
I'm gonna kick you in the vagina.
Look at me with respect. Oh, baby. I won this for us.
You did what? Get down on your back.
She's gonna make him...
What do you mean?
I told you he's gonna lose to a pregnant woman. I told you.
Get down on your back.
I said.
Like you usually do. Referee, come on over. Come on.
Why are you putting up with this for even 4 seconds, is what I want to know.
Baby, what are you doing?
You don't have to give her a stone cold stunner or nothing.
Pinning you.
Just put her shit out on the street and lock the doors.
Poor child. As a champion.
And a bus ticket and a $100 bill. Say good luck with life. And he's doing it. You know, you can say no, you know. You can be like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Now.
Pretty smart move, because who's going to defeat her for it? This sucks.
Get down. Count.
1, 2, 3.
Well, now you can't have her lose it.
I'm the champ. Raise your hand. First ever pregnant champion.
I told you.
I'm the champ. Open the door. Come on. First ever pregnant champion. First ever pregnant champ. Oh, Titus, look at you. The first 24/7 champion. Now, what would you do to become two-time champ? Would you wrestle a pregnant lady? I didn't think so. Pregnant champ.
So I just put on Twitter, does the free bird rule apply to the fetus?
Just so you all know, this week on Thursday, I'll be at my OBGYN appointment. So if anybody wants to try and come pin me while my feet are up in the stirrups, you can come around for that. No? Pregnant champ, guys. Pregnant champ. First ever pregnant champ. Pregnant champ. Pregnant champ. guys.
Pregnant champ.
Everybody, first ever pregnant champ.
I don't know if y'all heard, but she's the first ever pregnant champ. Hi, Alexa. Jesus Christ. Enough with you. This just sucks because I mean, maybe they're just tired of writing shit for the 24/7 title, and they're like, we need a 2-week break. Let's book something stupid. I know, let's give the title to a pregnant woman. That way she can't really be defeated for it for a little while, and we can have a break. I mean, I thought somebody would have to catch her in the doctor's office laying down or something. I mean, otherwise, what are you going to do? Hit her with your finish? Then pin her? Well, Mike, I guess, can win it back. I guess she's probably not even sleeping in the same bed with him, but they are married, and they probably do live in the same house, so just wait till she falls asleep and pin her. God, it sucks. She's pregnant. You can't even drug her. That's a funny sentence. You can't even drug her. Bummer. Because otherwise, that'd be the perfect option. Yeah, how does she drop this thing here? Mike just pins her in bed when she's sleeping? He's got to sneak a referee into his house.
There's an easier way to enjoy summer. McDonald's fresh beef quarter pounder. You have a collect call from Mike.
Yes, Mike, is that you?
You okay?
What's going on?
You're charged with the attempted murder of the President of the United States.
There's somebody else behind this. It wasn't me. I'm gonna try and finish the job.
I just want you to come home safe.
I can't help but tell the truth who did this.
No, she can only drop it to a doctor. Do we have any doctors in WWE these days? Dr. Heine. Remember Vince McMahon? Oh my god. I think Heyman and Bischoff have began work. I mean, I don't know if it's like, oh, when they show up to work and then the very next day they're in charge of every single thing on Raw and SmackDown, so I don't think it's like that, but I do believe they have begun their roles. But any changes that we're going to be able to see aren't going to be overnight. I think there'll be a slow deal. And I said this when they were both hired. I'm like, don't expect a lot of the overall format and philosophy to change. You know, we're going to see a lot of the stupid little things that drive us crazy. That stuff might be a little bit better. And you'll see signs and evidence of Heyman or Bischoff's fingerprints on angles or storylines or whatever, but how they produce television isn't going to change at all. That's going to stay the exact same. Same amount of commercials, same amount of annoying buzzwords from the commentators, same stupid shit we always see. But I think some of the little problems that are just a little bit too cringe for us might get better. And those are really the only immediate changes I think we're going to see. Maybe a little bit more storyline continuity as well, which sorely lacks right now. But I never for 1 minute thought that Bischoff and Heyman would turn things around to the point where, it's all of a sudden a really exciting show to watch. No matter who's in charge, you still have 3 hours of this shit every week of Raw to sit through. I think Heyman will help it, but not necessarily make it the most pleasant thing. Yeah, so if there's the Freebird rule with the fetus, somebody could wait till she has the baby and then pin the baby right after it's born. It might be a little slippery, but you could do it. I'm slightly intrigued with Orton and Kofi. Is this the end for Kofi finally, or does Kofi get his win back here and maybe get some revenge on what Orton did to him all those years ago? Owens and Shane again. I guess, I mean, they should do the Demon and the Fiend, man. I think Bray Wyatt really needs to, that would be a perfect feather in his cap, end the winning streak on the main roster of the Demon. Perfect big win for him. Because otherwise, Balor's a guy that's been getting beaten left and right like a fucking drum on TV. It's no big deal if he beats him, but if he beats the Demon, that's a whole different story and a great way to start the new push of this new Bray Wyatt character. Alexa, you are ridiculous. I can't even look at you.
Now, I just want to give a huge shout out to our brand new 24 champion, Maria Kanellis.
Why does everybody say 24 champion?
Pregnant. Amazing.
Medusa said 24 champion last week.
Oh, girl. Good for you.
Matthew from Botchamania, did you catch that?
Women in WWE breaking down boundaries. Inspiring.
I agree. And do you know what else was inspiring?
Oh, last week's Raw reunion, right?
It was amazing. See, you know, the legends come back and then watching Stone Cold close out the show.
Oh my god, while Nikki's talking, y'all want a beer? Because I need a beer.
You know, I really think
I'll be right back.
everyone that was watching backstage in the arena around the world was just in awe. You know, Stone Cold said it best when he said, "We are all family." Is this true?
We're all family.
But then, the very next night on SmackDown
All right.
Live, Dolph Ziggler betrayed his family when he super kicked WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels.
Good, they're talking about the Shawn thing. Good. Let's bring him back.
was appalled at Dolph's behavior. Appalled. You know, he ruined the whole feeling of the Raw Reach for everyone. But I will say, he's not the only superstar around here that's lacking a moral compass. You should have seen what happened earlier today. Now, I'm just going to warn you guys, before I roll the tape, what you're about to see is very disturbing.
It is? Oh no. What the hell are they talking about here? There's Fit Finley working with the girls. Becky. They all leave. They scattered like cockroaches. Becky turning heel? Becky and Seth should both go heel. Fuck it.
I'm sorry, are you condoning that terrible behavior?
Huh.
That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. What we just saw, Fit Finley was trying to train Natalia, teaching her counters to disarm her, and Becky just comes and physically attacks Fit Finley and Natalia for no reason. Now,
I believe Fit Finley was the one that kind of pushed Becky Lynch into the Royal Rumble, was he not? Wasn't he in the audience there? Or not in the audience, the aisleway, when whoever the fuck it was got hurt? And then Becky's like, let me go in. He's like, okay, go in. And then she's going to attack him? He's the reason she's champ. What an asshole Becky Lynch is. What a lasshole.
take out Natty before they even get to the match at SummerSlam. I agree. 100% agree. I have no respect for that, but what I will say is that tonight, when I face Becky, I'm gonna make sure I knock the man down a few pegs.
Oh, really?
Alexa, how are you? Now careful you don't injure yourself turning around too quick. Now, you know
Becky, you are fucking...
here, so I just thought I'd take a few minutes out of my evening to threaten you. So it's easy for you to run your mouth out there when there's a little bit of distance between us, but don't forget, Lexi, it's you and me one-on-one tonight. So say what you want now for free, because you're gonna have to pay for it later. And you, Nikki, did you really come all the way over from Scotland to be a copy maker for this dope? Where's your Celtic?
What is it with you and the word dope? Why do you say that all the time?
Now, Natty found out tonight that there's no way
Dope.
to run, there's no way to hide from me when you've done me wrong, and Alexa,
Here comes 20 Large inhales.
so see you
No, she's not cutting that hardcore of a promo. She's more talking here. Piper used to do that, but his were more entertaining, I guess. Here come the Usos. Hope y'all aren't driving good. You're walking. Which one's Jimmy? I think the one on the left is Jimmy. Oh, drop this mic. Get your shit together, Jimmy. Jimmy's still drunk. I mean, it's not a laughing matter. I mean, it is really fucked up that you got a guy that makes that type of money. I talked about this on Friday, you know. That makes it even more annoying and more insulting to me that the guy's got the ability and the money to be careful if he's going to go out and have a good time, and he still is irresponsible. And even if you're dirt poor, there's no excuse for driving, but I'm saying, you know, when you make money like that, God, it would be so easy just to call a fucking limo to pick your ass up, you know, and potentially save a life. And it's irresponsible, and I find it insulting that I mean, if I was well off like that and doing as financially well as Jimmy Uso was, I wouldn't drive anywhere. And to get busted for this time and time again, does he like going to jail? Is it fun in there? Does he enjoy the feel of steel on his skin with the handcuffs? Did he miss the smell of the back of the cop car? Like, what's going on in his head that's saying, yeah, it's a good decision for me to drive? Especially when you could kill someone, ruin their lives, ruin your own life. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are going to be mad that he's on TV. I don't care. WWE are idiots. We all know that they issue the same statement every time. You know, they got a wellness policy, and if a guy gets popped for anything else, it's a big deal. We've had guys getting so much trouble for marijuana. Remember when RVD got pulled over for weed? And his title push got derailed and shit, and he got suspended? How is that worse than 3 DUIs? It's fucked up, man. Justice system is the same way. But I don't know how there's not any sort of punishment. I did mention that too on Friday. Before we get our panties all in a wad and say, oh, why is he on TV? Just think it through. We don't know at all if there's any sort of internal punishment. Do you think WWE just let Jimmy Uso walk in the door to TV this week? Oh, good to see ya. No. He was called into a room. There was a meeting. There might be a punishment we don't even know about. Maybe there's a fine. Maybe there was a meeting where they said, look, if anything else happens, no matter how minor, if you even talk to the cops and we hear about it, we're going to let you go, or we're going to force you to go to rehab or something like that. So we don't know if that happened. It very well could have. I'm certain there was a meeting had today with management, or whenever the first time he saw them since the incident. So if they have given him an ultimatum, or if they said, get your shit together or you're out of here, we don't know. That didn't happen. So before we freak out, I think we should wait and see if any stories like this come out. Tweet Sap or Satin or Meltzer, one of those guys. Find out if they know anything about this shit. But until we know for sure, sometimes with a tag team, and you got a brother, Jay, who in this instance, he's had his own run-ins with the law. He's had a DUI himself, but in this incident, he's totally innocent. So I'd hate for him to suffer for something his stupid-ass brother did. So maybe they feel a punishment is better taken care of behind the scenes with a fine or an ultimatum or something like that, instead of punishing them on TV, when that punishment will then carry over into your tag team partner. Just trying to be logical here, that's all. So before we jump down their throats, and I'm sure if I looked at Twitter right now, it's going nuts. How dare they bring Jimmy Uso out here? Let's just wait and see if there's more to it than that. Now, if there's not, and he wasn't reprimanded at all, and WWE is truly just letting him go about his life and not saying, hey, one more time and you're out of here, and they don't give a shit at all, and he's on TV and getting title shots and they win right here, then that's one thing. But I think we should... Yeah, it doesn't matter if The Rock is his cousin. The Rock was Umaga's cousin, and they let him go. So, because he's in that family does not automatically protect him. They've let plenty of people in that Samoan family go. Lots of them. So just because you're in that family does not protect you, I don't believe. Unless maybe you're Roman Reigns or something. But look, I mean, they even suspended him, remember? Roman Reigns got suspended. Because I don't know what was found in his system, Adderall or something like that. But he's got suspended for 30 days. Their poster boy. This asshole has 3 DWIs and he's getting title shots? I understand that it doesn't make any sense, but I also understand that we don't know the whole story. And before we fly off the rails, let's see if anything comes out in the sheets about what is going on internally with Jimmy and management and any potential punishment. I know it's a stretch for wrestling fans to attempt to be fair, but it's all I'm trying to do. It will be interesting, though, if the Usos somehow pull off this win and they win these titles. Oh, man. Then I definitely want to go over to Twitter because I want to check that shit out. I have some upset fans. Very mad people. Here come the revival. So did you guys see that Tully Blanchard is managing Sean Spears now? It's random, but it's cool. I like Spears' new attitude. He seems like a fucking dick, which is good. He's a good heel. He was just so fun-loving, kind of, as Ty Dillinger in WWE. I almost like this persona better. It's a little more real. Feels more real. It's probably liberating for him. But I always think of Tully and Arn when I see the Revival here. I think Tully, Arn, or Cornette would be an excellent manager for the Revival. And all three are not in WWE. And a combined DUI of 5. They're still getting cheered. Guess casual fans don't read TMZ. I'm going to catch up a couple super chats that I'm pretty sure I missed at least 2. Zane, thank you, man, for that $2. You're awesome. And Mike Witt, another 5. You're awesome. At least it wasn't like Jeff Hardy drugged out of his mind on pay-per-view. That was horrible. That was still tough to watch. Was it the 24? It was some documentary recently on WWE that they showed a lot of that footage. I think they worked something out with TNA. Talked about it. Might have been a Jeff Hardy thing. I forgot where, but I know they have shown that recently on the network. I forget what pay-per-view that was, Bound for Glory or something like that. But yeah, the Sting match, and that was hard to watch. And Hardy still doesn't have his shit together because he's just like Jimmy Uso. He got a DUI not long ago, and then he got a drunk public intoxication down in South Carolina a couple weeks ago. He seems to have maybe kicked the pills and the hard stuff, but still getting in trouble with the drinking. Like I said, you know, I think there's situations where if you go out to a restaurant, have a couple glasses of wine, you drive home, you get pulled over for speeding or something, they think they smell the alcohol, they make you blow the breathalyzer, you're above the legal limit, they arrest you, you learn your lesson, and you say, I am never doing that again. Those type of people I don't think need to go to rehab and need help and shit like that. Just a mistake, no big deal. But when you do this shit like Uso and Hardy and you just cannot get it together, maybe drinking is just not for you. And if Jeff Hardy can't control himself, he needs to stop. If Jimmy Uso can't control himself and decide not to get behind the wheel, he needs to never drink again. Because clearly, once you've had one, decision-making goes out the window. Or good decision-making goes out the window. Victory Road. Thank you. I can't keep track of all those stupid pay-per-views that I never watched. I don't know who the faces are here. The Usos, I'm guessing. Referee definitely is.
Isolate Jimmy Uso into the Revival's corner of the ring. Much as possible. High angle back suplex. Tag. Here's Wilder. Revival going to work. Oh, there is a headbutt.
You know, I try to keep my eye on not everything, but it amazes me how much I just do not even attempt to look for Impact. I don't even know how to watch Impact anymore. Or I keep my eye on New Japan. You know, I keep my eye on All Elite. Peek at Ring of Honor sometimes. Kind of hard to not see a little bit of Evolve these days. Shit like that, and MLW. But I just have no interest in Impact. Don't even give them a look. MJF is the best. He said his MLW contract prevented him from joining Vince McMahon. It didn't prevent him from joining AEW because he signed a multi-year deal with them. Unless maybe this was before And he's still got a little bit of time left on his MLW contract from what I understand. But maybe that Vince McMahon stuff was a couple years ago or something, I don't know. But MJF, I think, is best served outside of WWE for as long as possible. Let him get as much traction, make a big name for himself, and he can be unfiltered outside of WWE. If he's in WWE, he's going to have to watch what he says and all that shit, and we know with the way he is, watching what he says is not what he does. So WWE would be a horrible place for him at this point in his career. He reaches superstardom on the level that he's at now. In a couple years, he comes in, and you've got a star on your hands. But I would like to see him continue to cut his teeth outside of WWE's umbrella because he's just way too young. And he's so fucking good. And if he goes to WWE, they are going to fuck him up. Probably change his name, too. To Maxwell. Smart move by him, too, using his real name. That way, if he gets a big enough name outside of WWE and they want to sign him, they're like, look, the fans know me as MJF. The fans know me as Maxwell Jacob Friedman. That's what you have to bring me in as. Which, you know what that means? When he leaves, he also gets to be that, because that's his fucking name. So, he's smart. I guess I'm kind of rooting for the Revival to retain here. I would like to see Gallows and Anderson get a tag title shot at SummerSlam and win. Do it at the pay-per-view. Probably on the kickoff show, but at least it's at the pay-per-view. And have them win it there, and then they can be champs along with AJ. I think they'd all look good together with gold. Have AJ retain in that ladder match. This crowd is dead, huh? What's going on? I guess I thought Arkansas people would be really excited. Oh my God, Barry, yeah, there are going to be so many, like, commercials and shit. I would never post that shit on my channel, but yeah, you should post, if you find some, use all that footage, man. There's so many TV shows. Now, some of that stuff I personally taped, some of it I did not, because I was a tape trader. So a lot of that stuff I got with commercials already included from wherever I got them from. So who knows what you'll find in there. But yeah, a lot of those TV shows, they do have commercials on them, and depending on what year they ran, pretty interesting. I've noticed the same thing whenever I'm looking at my own collection. So many commercials. But that's fun. I used to get tapes that were so grainy because they've been copied so many times of TV shows, but most of my footage on that hard drive is pretty sharp. That was about a 5-year, Barry, that was about a 5-year process of me converting every VHS tape to a DVD and then taking those DVDs and ripping them digitally. That was a long process to do, but I did it. Since we're in a commercial here, I'm going to step away for a real quick second, and I will be right back with you. Don't go sneaking out. Back. Sorry about that. Alright, we are back. We are back. We are just about halfway through Monday Night Raw, so it hasn't been that painful yet, has it? somehow managed to keep a steady stream of 250 people in here, which is awesome. Thank you, chat site. I did get my hair did. You know, I got a ton of new Twitter followers today. I want to thank everybody that has followed me on Twitter. It's been a good day for Twitter. Pulled in a lot for some reason, which is cool. Make sure you go follow me over at GoodMicWork. On the Twitter, I'm always talking shit over there. It's kind of a combination of like a fun and toxic platform. Actually, we're just a few away from 4,700. 4,700 followers on the Twitter channel, so we're on the Twitter page. So go over there and follow me. And if there's 300 of you floating around here, all y'all follow me too, and we'll be up to 5,000, which will be sweet. My voice is soothing? Thank you. Sometimes I hate my voice. It's so funny, too. I'm at work a lot, and I have to talk a lot at my job and shit like that, and I have so many people, at least weekly, they say, like, you should be on the radio, and I always just kind of chuckle, because I'm like, if you only knew. I've been told I sound like Howard Stern. I'm like, you should really be, like, on the radio. I'm like, oh, God, that's funny. You a wrestling fan? Oh. Yeah, shout out to Byron Saxton. His father passed away. Very sad. That's why he was not on SmackDown last week. Very sad, because Byron's young, you know, so that means his dad was likely pretty young, and it's sad to lose your father at an age that young, you know. At least I was in my 40s when it happened to me, you know, but somebody like Byron, you know, sad. So I hope he's doing well. Shout out to him. We're all thinking about him. Hopefully when he comes back, Corey Graves will take it easy on him for a week before he starts shitting on him again. Watch Hobbs and Shaw. Is that the Fast and Furious spinoff with The Rock? Yeah, I don't think I'll watch that. Y'all can go. We can do a meetup if anybody's going on the Jericho cruise. I'll be there. We'll meet up. Just don't throw me overboard. Raw from Pittsburgh next Monday. I know I've asked this before, but the Igloo is no more, right? That arena's been done. That was the site of the King of the Ring '98, the Hell in the Cell. I think they got a new place there now in Pittsburgh. No, Rajim, I'm not a fan of Fast and Furious movies. I know they do a ton of business and a ton of money, but aren't they really ridiculous? Like, I can't... I mean, if you're just watching it for a rush and everything, I guess that's fine, and watch it for a lot of great effects and shit, but if you're trying to watch that for any sort of cinematic, you know, artistic integrity or something like that, no. Absolutely not. You got Gallows kind of hiding on the... It looks like he's about to just dive in. He's just waiting for a pin to break up. Hey, Michael Cole, why don't you mention what John Cena said? That was hilarious. Oh, come on, you can do it. Oh, Wilder struggled, but he got up on that roll through. Oh. That's got to be hard to do. I mean, Wilder's not a huge dude. You can't be skipping leg day and expect to pull that shit off.
What a match! Jimmy Uso burned off a lot of energy in that last offensive flurry. Took everybody out, but what does Jimmy have left?
Yeah, nowhere to go, and Jay's not in the corner right now. No one to tag.
At this particular juncture, it's essentially a one-on-one contest. Who can get the advantage?
What does Jimmy have left? Vodka. That's it.
Great move by Scott Dawson. And it allows Wilder, or at least attempting, tag. Dawson's legal. Jimmy Uso has no idea the tag was made. Jimmy's focused on Wilder.
Jimmy's about to find out.
And now a legal man. Dawson's on the top rope. Face first goes Uso.
Funny thing is, I'm trying to remember during the no. Trying to remember during the Attitude Era when there was so much like alcohol on TV, the beer trucks in Austin and all the beer and everything. I don't remember hearing about too many DUIs in the Attitude Era. I'm sure there was some. I think everybody was just on pills back then. Oh, you did, Barry? Cool. Yeah, go through all that shit. Find some commercials, man. You'll find some good shit. That was a scary looking DDT. What? Oh. Nice. Oh yeah, I like Taz saying "Here comes the pain" to Brock much more than Cole saying "Here comes the big dog" to Roman. Why is your hair so wet? Sign in the audience.
This is as high risk as it gets. This will not end well for somebody, if anybody at all. Got knocked him out there.
Damn. Into a sea of humans that took about 5.5 days to get set up on the outside there.
Everybody's down. This is what it means to be Raw Tag Team Champions. Watch this again and watch the impact. Indisputable right now, the Raw Tag Team titles are hazardous to your health. But not one of these 6 men would change a thing.
Oh yeah, he is. Carl Anderson torn his pec. He's holding it. No. Did he? No. He better not have.
Jimmy Uso attempting to muscle Scott Dawson back into the ring. Dawson might be out of it enough for Jimmy to make the pin. And Jimmy, remember, Dawson and Jimmy are the legal men in this match. Glad Jimmy Uso remembered because there was so much action on the outside. I got lost. Jimmy Uso looking to pull himself up to the top rope. Now Dawson's in trouble. Uso, is he going to go for the box?
Rajiv, if there's one piece of advice I can give you for wrestling and real life, is never assume anything. Don't be so confident about your statements so you don't look stupid later. If you ever get in trouble at work and your boss is going to ream you out and you're trying to like defend yourself or explain your side of the story, oh, there's the Magic Killer. Good. Usos are going to go down. Is that Jimmy taking the pin, I hope? They won the fucking titles. Sweet. I would have saved that for SummerSlam, but all right. New tag team champions. Okay. A party in Little Rock. Is there such a thing? I don't think you can buy beer after 5:30 in that fucking state. But Rajiv, if you ever get trouble at work and you're getting reamed out by your boss, You never want to be like, well, I assumed this or I assumed that. Don't assume anything. Never assume. The road to hell is paved in assumptions. Well, good for Gallows and Anderson. It came at just a weird time, halfway through Raw. I'm glad they're putting some gold with the OC. Nothing wrong with that. Pin the Usos to do it. I'm not going to complain. They are 1 week away, according to... Shit, who's the brother? I forgot to wish you happy birthday, man. They debuted 3 years ago, next week to the day, I believe. And this is something that should have happened right when they walked in the door of this company. And I hope this tag team title reign by them means something, like their other ones have not. Samoan Summit. What the fuck is this? Baldies win. Yes. It's another reason why I'm rooting for them. We got the same barber. Yes, it is good advice. I learned that the hard way, Rajiv. Never assume. Something I've lived by ever since, you know. Because now I'm old, nobody's ever going to, like, chew me out again. I'll fucking just walk out. But when I was younger and I was, like, cutting my teeth and learning shit, and I remember getting yelled at, and I was trying to explain why I made the decision I made, and I said, like, well, I assumed, and, you know, my boss, who's crazy, he's like, never assume. Never fucking assume. That's your problem. Never assume. And he burned that into my head. And it's good advice. Never assume. It's the saying I assumed is the equivalent of saying, well, what happened was it's just like that, you know. So it sounds terrible. Thank you, Addicted Chip. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Must there always be at least... Oh, here it is. Is it going to happen? No. Oh, this is not the annoying commercial. Because I was just about to say, there's always like one. Oh, there it is. Fuck me. God damn it. Of course I remember PN News. How could you not remember PN News? Yeah, you get the OC and the New Day with all that gold. That'd be a fun little feud there. And then put every belt on the line. It would be a great way to unify shit. Four DUIs in 2 years and got 6 years and served 2.5 years. Wow. Yeah, 4 DUIs in 2 years. You better be doing some time. And you should have, I mean, it probably doesn't end with jail. He's going to have so much other shit to deal with. He will probably never drive again. He'll have his shit revoked or suspended for so long. And it's going to be an absolute pain in the ass for him to get that privilege back. And hopefully he never will. Because 4 DUIs in 2 years, that's a problem. Thanks, Joshua. Thanks for the $2. Just got done with a job interview. Hope that went well. How's Raw so far? Okay. Gallows and Anderson just won the Raw Tag Team titles in a triple threat against the Revival and the Usos. I don't know why you put the Usos in that match at all, unless you just wanted to have Jimmy take the pin. Otherwise, you could have just done Gallows and Anderson versus Revival. But, whatever. Brandon, how much for a hard drive? They're not something I'm really selling. I'm just upgrading. I got my own. I got a couple of new ones. And so I was putting all the shit on there. And I'm like, oh, I had one laying around. Barry's like donated over $1,000 to the channel. So I sent it to him as a present. It's probably not legal for me to be selling those. But they would be expensive. There's about $10,000 worth of footage on those, so... God, I thought my phone was buzzing, but it's my asshole neighbor underneath me with all the bass. I think he's a video gamer. He's always yelling at people downstairs and shit. I think he's like on a headset and doing the whole deal with his X station or his play box.
Excuse me, AJ.
I thought that was Daniel Bryan. It's AJ.
We know that you'll be defending your United States Championship against Ricochet at SummerSlam, but Gallows and Anderson, the other members of the OC, just...
Hey, I just won the tag team titles. Let's celebrate by drinking the shittiest champagne you can possibly find. I'm pretty sure that's the $7.99 a bottle shit you can find in your local Ralph's. Why is AJ on the table? Get down, dude.
Renee, I'll let you know where the party is because it's going down in Little Rock. But I'll make sure they have snuffleupagus parking. Hey, last Monday night here on
Snuffleupagus parking.
it was the Raw reunion.
Oh man, Barry asked me to mail him a hooker, but I ran out. Yeah, fresh out of hookers. And plus, when you mail a hooker, it's so hard because you have to like poke holes in the box. You have to put like hooker food in there for them to eat, and all of that. And it's just a pain in the ass. So I'm kind of glad I didn't have any to send you because I didn't want to go through the hassle of mailing them. You got to put fragile stickers on the box so they don't turn it upside down, and then the hooker food dumps on her head. You don't want that. I couldn't tell the brand. I knew it was either Andre or Corbel. Well, you guys make millions of dollars. Where's the Dom? Where's the Cristal? Where's the Veuve Clicquot? Where's the good shit? Andres. The fuck? Santino. What is hooker food? Chicken tenders, Cliff Bars, you know, the norm.
We show the world that we are the most dominant group in the WWE.
No, I did not see that addicted chip. Bray Wyatt apologized to Mick Foley, and he said thank you. Pronouns, pal. Who's who? Mick Foley said thank you? That's cool. I'm gonna look that up. Am I not following Bray Wyatt or something? What the fuck? I am not following Bray Wyatt. All right, let's follow Bray Wyatt, since he has 1.3 million of them, and apparently I'm not one of them. Oh, wow. Dear Mick Foley, I'm sorry, but more importantly, thank you. Cool. Austin last week was a hit, was he not? Pop of the night, crowd went nuts for him. And it's a strong reminder of why we'll never see someone like him again. It's like the format, the WWE's like system isn't even designed to create an Austin anymore. Like we're never gonna fucking see that again. Last week was a good reminder of that. We're all in Steve Austin's family, by the way. I'm in the family too. I can be in the scuba squad. Austin looks so good for someone in his 50s. His arms look like they did when he was 32 years old.
That fun would only last for 24 hours because the next night on SmackDown Live, Miz on Miz TV would welcome his guest, the legendary, the Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels, before they were interrupted by Dolph Ziggler.
I'm going to retweet that. Thank you for the retweet, Clyde Slater, who is in the audience right now for Raw. He tweeted a little bit of Gallows and Anderson's celebration that might have been off camera. No, look, it appears to be on camera, but he got the finish on camera. That's awesome. Cool. Hope you're having a good time there, even though there's no way you can hear me. I'll retweet it. How about that? Best I can do. Ziggler and Rollins, I'm assuming, is going to be our main event because the champion doesn't work the show. Remember when we had the belt on Raw, how nice that was? Remember when that happened? Well, the Viking Raiders, you know, they do that every week before their match. They have that. Do you wonder if they pre-tape a bunch of those ahead of time and they just plug them in? Or do they actually set up that red light at every single TV and have those guys do that? They're not saying anything. They're just going, ah, and they're grunting and shit. You should record, you can just pre-tape 20 of those at one TV and just use them. Aleister Black and Ricochet got pulled over. That's awesome. What you guys doing? I don't know if Bray will continue to do the claw. Maybe not, but if he said thank you to Mick Foley, he was either saying thank you for putting me over on Raw and, you know, and he's breaking kayfabe a little bit. Or maybe he's saying thank you for letting me use your finisher going forward. But I think he will probably stick with Sister Abigail. It's a more exciting move. How do you know I'm not a believer? I might be the biggest fucking believer in the world. You don't know that. Seems like they want OC to be the new Shield. I don't know. They maybe as strong as them, yes, but I don't know about the new Shield. I mean, I think they would want young guys to be the new Shield. I mean, OC's got a shelf life here. AJ's 42 years old. Gallows and Anderson ain't teenagers. So I think if you're going to do a new Shield, you do it with young guys and try to emulate or recreate the path that was blazed for them by the Shield. But they definitely need some strong factions, and a lot of the factions they have right now are three-man deals. Bray Wyatt has not showed up tonight. I don't know if Bray Wyatt will show up. What's going on, JC? Night is going great. We're all having a good time. Steady stream of folks in here all night. Make sure you smash that thumbs up, because normally on these live streams we have people tuning in expecting to see Raw, and I can't show it on the screen, and they get pissed and dislike it, like 14 people have. So if y'all can hook me up with some thumbs up or thumbs ups, you'd make me a very happy GoodMicWorker. And make sure you subscribe too. If we pulled in any subscribers tonight, we usually get a bunch of them on Mondays. We'll see. Yeah, a few. Not many. A few dozen. Not bad. When was the last time we saw a Firefly Funhouse? Have we gotten those since Bray has appeared on TV? I don't know if we've gotten a full one, have we? You know what's crazy is I never pay much attention to these theme songs. I never really care about them. They're dumb now. I used to kind of like them back in the day, but I actually didn't hate the one from last month. I thought the Extreme Rules theme song, I don't remember even what it sounds like now. I just remember when I heard it, I'm like, oh, it's not bad. Like, it fits the pay-per-view. I normally don't think that in modern times. I'm like, oh, this song's stupid, but I thought whatever that song was fit the pay-per-view pretty well. These two guys, I don't know. I am sick of so many name changes. Eric and Ivar and Raiders and Vikings and experiences. I'm lost. Really tough to narrow down my favorite match of all time. In the history of wrestling, it could go so many ways. I'd probably have to say Brett and Owen WrestleMania 10. Who are these two fuckers? Johnny James and Cole Carter. Eric is the one who is married to Sarah Logan, correct? Why do so many guys have, like, eagles on their fucking chest tattoo? It's so weird. They all have that shit. Like, what's the point? Or what's the significance? Johnny James. Cole Carter's helping him out. These two jobbers make PG-13 look like the Road Warriors. Y'all help me out. Did we get any War Raiders and War Machine matches in NXT? Otis and Ivar might be a fun interaction. I don't even know what that was. Yeah, and I picked the Brett and Owen match just for personal significance to me, but like if I'm judging, I mean, I like more modern ones. Shawn and Undertaker, I've never been prouder of two wrestlers, you know, than I was at the WrestleMania 25. Brett and Perfect from SummerSlam is another one on the list. A lot of Brett stuff would be on the list. Savage Steamboat would be on the list, but not my favorite. I saw Lawler filed the lawsuit, wrongful death lawsuit on his son. Saw that. I just wish them peace. Or wish him peace. What is this squash their beef shit? Yeah, let's bring the Street Profits to TV so they can talk backstage again. Because that's all they do. Even the Street Profits know this shit's whack. Maria Kanellis. Brett and Owen SummerSlam 94 was awesome, but I liked the Mania match better.
You remember a couple weeks ago when Maria was saying how Mike may not be the father. Tell the world, Dawkins. Are you the baby daddy?
Is Dawkins the baby daddy?
Have you been doing the nitty-gritty? Have you been spreading your royal oats? Huh?
Spreading your royal oats. Don't spread them on me, dude. Keep your royal oats to yourself. Over there, where you are. Not in my area and vicinity here.
That ain't funny, Ted. Whoa, boy.
Oh, look at Seth Rollins trying to be cool. You're white and there's nothing you can do about it, Seth. You're from Iowa. Don't even try to talk to these guys. Just walk away. Walk away. Don't try to do a complicated handshake. Don't use a slang word. Please don't say the word lit. I'm worried about this interaction, y'all.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And we know once you go out there, you're gonna make Sean proud, man. Hey, whoa.
Whoa, this ain't sing along with Seth.
I like you guys. That's my thing. That's right.
Yeah, see, he forgot. He just forgot, Seth. It happens. He just forgot.
If you're gonna do it, put some steak on it, because I'm about to go out there and
WWE's like, hey, y'all. The fans hate our babyface that has a title match at SummerSlam. Let's put him in a situation on Raw. That was dumb. But anyway, Spaz, thanks, dude. Anyone interested in MCU content, I just dropped my pretty big review of the Marvel announcements from Comic-Con with my co-host Black Cat Feline. An actual cat? Cool, but thank you for the $5, dude. Yeah, go check them out. I don't even know what MCU is. I'm not a big comic book person. I don't know anything about it. I didn't know what kind of big announcement Marvel made, or announcements. Comic-Con was just here in San Diego. I've been living here for 9 years. I'm yet to go. I'd like to go down and check it out one of these days, though. Looks pretty fun. I don't know what burn it down means. I don't know what he's burning down and why he wants to burn it down. That's called arson. No, Vontae, I don't think Seth would ever do that. The thing that makes the whole situation even more ridiculous is Vince said it to Cena. So fucking stupid. Yeah, now you're going to get a bunch of people like Chris who are going to be rooting for Brock Lesnar purely off of what we saw Seth just do with the Street Profits. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Chris. I'm with you on that one. Fucking white boy from Iowa. Can you see burn it down means smoke weed? No, it doesn't. And I don't think Seth Rollins smokes. He doesn't seem cool enough. He seems weird. Yeah, I don't know what to expect at SummerSlam. I don't think anything has been necessarily spoiled. Anything that's been spoiled can be changed, but Bruce seems to think that Seth is winning at SummerSlam, and he's defending the belt against Drew at Hell in a Cell, already announced. I haven't seen that announcement, but if that's the rumor, or that's what some local advertisements have, could be the case. But damn, to me it would just seem so weird to put the belt back on Seth, because why did they take it off him for a month then? Like, why didn't they save Brock's cash-in? If they're going to have Brock cash in, win the belt, and then drop it again at SummerSlam, why are they doing that? Why did they just not keep Brock out of the picture and have him cash in on Kofi, or hang on to the briefcase until later this year or next year? To me, it feels like the point of doing this is to keep him as champ for a little while. I really hope I'm wrong, and I really hope you're right, because I would love for Seth to win the belt back. It just seems like if that's the case, why did they do it? Why did Brock win the belt at Extreme Rules to win it for a month and drop it again? Is Brock leaving and we don't know about it, and they needed to take the briefcase off of him? Then you just would have lost the match. But Brock's got a new deal and everything. I just feel like he's going to be around. Could do a double turn. I don't know if that would work with Brock right now. Everybody hates Brock. But Seth needs to turn heel, I feel like, as far at this point with the fans, the way they're on his case about everything. Might as well just turn him heel. Can you pull off a double turn with Brock? Is that even possible? I don't think it is. I don't know what you would do to make Seth walk out of that match as a heel and Brock a babyface. It would take a lot of work to do that. It would take a Paul Heyman heel turn to do that.
Seconds later, somebody inevitably would escape. The new 24/7 champion, Mike Kanellis. Yeah, Mike Kanellis winning his first championship here in WWE.
You know, I would love for them to go back to Seth. If Seth wins the belt at SummerSlam, great or whatever. But if he doesn't, who does take the belt off Brock? I don't know what they do now. You know, I thought maybe, I feel like it's cooled off a little bit, but I feel like maybe they were priming Strowman again. Maybe going to give him a chance here. He's booked pretty strongly recently, you know, the Lashley stuff and the set thing and all of that. Maybe they can right some wrongs with him. That's what I thought originally. Maybe this is what the Brock Lesnar heel turn was meant to do. Because Seth is not getting over as that over babyface that WWE wants, and maybe they're going to try to give Strowman that opportunity now. And have him beat or squash Brock Lesnar after he wins the title. That could work in my mind. And a lot of people might say, oh, it's too late for Strowman. I'm like, well, I'd rather them do this than them just say, oh, it's too late for him. Might as well just turn him into Big Show 2.0, which he's already halfway there with all the heel turns and the stupid shit he does with celebrities and stuff. But I think there's time to pump the brakes and not veer down too far down that road. But the fans are so damn cynical. Oh, it's too late for Strowman. I disagree. I don't think it's never too late. It wasn't too late for Kofi. And he was there 10 years. Why would it be too late for Strowman? So if Brock wins the belt, he survives Seth at SummerSlam. Strowman finally runs into Strowman, and Strowman beats him convincingly, making him a bona fide champion and star and somebody to be taken seriously. Not just Nicholas's tag team partner and not just an SNL Weekend Update guy, but an actual wrestler that's scary. Beating Brock is the way to do that. Beating Brock convincingly is the way to create that impression of you from the audience, where beating Seth wouldn't be a big deal. So maybe that's why. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell the plan for Brock is. But it's all up to WWE. It's not up to us. Anything could be saved. Yeah, Marcus, I did say the same thing about Asuka because she could as easily bounce back. This is where the misunderstanding comes. Oh, you said the same thing about Asuka. Yes, but WWE didn't do what I said. If they would have done what I said, she would have been fine. So that's on them. It has nothing to do with me. But like Strowman the same way. Strowman is savable. Asuka was easily savable. I cannot believe how many of you fucking idiots thought it was the worst thing in the world that she lost to Charlotte at WrestleMania. It meant nothing. Did not matter at all. Did I just turn off? I've been told I have no data. Oh, we're back. Anyway. I think we're good. I don't think we ever shut off there. But yeah, WWE, it's on them for how they fucked Asuka up. I'm like, so what? She lost to Asuka at WrestleMania. It's no big deal. Or she can beat Charlotte down the line. Or she can win the title back. Or they even tried to give her the belt. They had her beat Becky Lynch clean at the Royal Rumble. She was back on track, and then they fucked it up again. So, that's them, not me. You book Asuka correctly, she would have been fine after that loss. Nothing would have happened. Ramon, thanks for the $2. WWE sucked in 94, 95, and 96. Yeah, I have fond memories of those years, but they sucked. They were getting better in 96. They were turning the corner. 96, WrestleMania 12 was solid. Austin 316 was born at King of the Ring. Great Mind Games pay-per-view. Great Survivor Series pay-per-view. '96 had some bright moments. It was not a bad year. And it was better than '95 and '94. For sure. By the way, Becky and Alexa are in the ring right now.
I will say that the relationship between Alexa and Nikki seems to be on a better footing
Let me
right
make
now.
sure we are good. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Shoulders down now. That kick out by Bliss in two. I have sources that told me after stomping grounds, Becky Lynch forced Seth Rollins to sleep in the bathtub for a month. Oh, come on. That's what I heard. Who are your sources? I got sources. And look at Nikki Cross with a cheap shot. Yes, she's learning well from Alexa.
It was some of that Celtic pride that Becky was talking about earlier.
And Alexa driving. Becky Lynch, she hit the apron hard.
We are back. Sorry about that.
Becky could be ill. She can ill afford an injury 2 weeks away from SummerSlam. Take a look at this. Bang! Cross.
All right. Sorry about the absence there. I wanted to make sure my connection in the back of the desktop was working, and I wanted to grab a water. I'm back now. I'm only having 2 beers tonight. I got some shit to do later. I got to record a This Day in History coming up on this Saturday, and do a couple of other things too. So no more drinking for GoodMicWork. Jimmy Uso, this is how you do it. This is called moderation. Take notes.
Alexa Bliss.
Fans fired up.
Nikki looking on, concerned about her friend Alexa. And Natalia,
That's
who will face
Alexa.
Becky Lynch. Well,
Sorry,
let me
my
finish
bad.
my story.
Sorry.
Covered by Alexa Bliss. At two. Don't worry, Cole.
Because normally on Monday nights, like I'm talking with you guys so much, I don't really listen to much of the commentary, but every now and then I hear some things that are funny. Otherwise, I don't even listen. I don't even hear Renee.
Becky Lynch's armor. Look at Alexa go. Jumping.
Listen, I was just trying to correct you, trying to keep us on track.
And look at Becky now, the whole through. Alexa in trouble. Shoulders down and a kick out at two. Ordinarily, I would call that a schoolgirl since the woman performed it, but since we're talking about the man, is it still a schoolboy?
Yes.
Look at Alexa, very, very confident. Well, why shouldn't she be a multi-time champion?
That's something I actually never thought about before, Corey Graves. I don't know if you have a women's match, if a schoolboy is still a schoolboy, or if it's a schoolgirl. I think it should be a schoolgirl.
Becky was trying to put her hand
Let's get a petition going. Make that a change official, or somebody go into Wikipedia. And let's fix it.
tactic by the man. Uh-oh, Bliss. Uh-oh, look at the disarmer again. Alexa rolling up Becky and doing a nice job countering the disarmer here tonight.
Wow, Alexa completely missed with that forearm. And I'm wondering, does Natalia come out here since Becky attacked her earlier on in the ring before the show started? You get Natalia coming out here and costing her the match, giving Alexa a win over the champ? I mean, I don't know if anybody is really more protected than Alexa Bliss is. She gets she works with top people constantly. She gets paid to come out there and talk and drink coffee. She stands on the outside of the ring, doesn't even take bumps most of the time.
Alexa Bliss is seizing this opportunity to take a beating.
It's a good thing she's not hard to look at, because otherwise I might have a problem with that.
Becky Lynch in a kick out. And perhaps Alexa getting frustrated as Lynch hangs on to this matchup.
Good question on the best WCW pay-per-view. Bash at the Beach. Some of the Bash at the Beach 96 I have on VHS. That was definitely a memorable one. Just did a This Day in History on that too, not long ago. On the NWO formation. I can't think of any that were like good from top to bottom. Because I never rewatched many of them like I did WWE. I saw a lot of them, saw most all of them. I think some of those early 90s like clashes were real good, but those weren't even pay-per-view. Those were on TBS.
Act surprised by it. This is Alexa Bliss we're talking about.
Is this bad for Becky Lynch? She's got a championship match in less than 2 weeks.
What I think, would I say Jerry Lawler's an all-time great? Absolutely. One of the smartest guys ever. He's been wrestling for 40 years, won over 100 titles. He's one of the few guys, like he really, what's the word? Like homesteaded himself right in that Memphis area and just became an absolute legend. He was a Beatle, still is. He knew where his bread was buttered, and he took every advantage of that and became a statewide celebrity there. Oh, Alexa, you okay? She's crying. There's no crying. You're all right, Alexa. She faking it. All right, let's see if she really hurt herself here. She did not. You're fine, Alexa. What is this about? So she can't continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed that Alexa Bliss is unable to continue. Therefore, your winner of the match is the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. I guarantee you that Becky wanted to win this match here tonight, but
There we get. What is going on with this protection of Alexa Bliss? Do you notice this? Like, here we go again with her not taking a loss. Like, what the hell? All right, and my encoder. All right, I'm having another one of these no data streams. All right. Hopefully I'm not cutting in and out on you guys. I've had a couple of little stalls with my stream here, but I think we're all right. Now Nikki Cross is jawing with Becky. Oh, we're gonna get Nikki and Becky now? Okay.
wait for it. Wait for it. Hurry. Wait for it. I am like a kid in a candy store. I got something special for you. This trip to LA, I have an ulterior motive. You want to know what happens next?
Yeah, look, I got the stream pulled up over here on the other screen. It looks fine. I've seen no interruptions, but up here on my like kind of control panel, it's telling me my stream status is bad. It said no data a couple of times, and that happens every now and then. But I don't know. We look good though. Sonny man, I forgot about that. Natty's farting gimmick. I completely forgot about that. That was a thing, wasn't it? Where Natty was going around farting on people? Let's hope they don't pick that back up. Y'all help me with the year on that. When was that happening? Or did I dream it? Good to see you in here, Vontae. I don't know, man, when Ronda's coming back. It's kind of conflicting reports on her. We've heard that she might come back. With Natty being involved in this match, I think that would be the perfect place, because otherwise the Natty being the opponent felt like it came out of left field. If she is starting this feud with Becky Lynch and it's getting a little bit personal, Becky's attacking her. Natty tried to be nice, if you remember, up front, and Becky was having none of it and acting like a lasshole, if you will. So maybe Ronda comes out and costs Becky the match, leading to Becky and Ronda rematch, but no title on the line, and Natalya is your new champ. They could do that, because otherwise, why are you doing this? Why are you even having the match? But Mike, thanks for the $5. Your favorite match of all time is Magnum and Tully in the cage. Absolutely, yeah, that one's up there. As far as NWA or WCW, that one for sure. Or the Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Two excellent choices. I'm still going to go Tully and Magnum, though. But thanks for another one. Jay, Giles, thank you for the $2. Bliss hasn't been the same since the boobs. No, I don't think it's the boobs. I think it's the concussions. She's been dealing with some of those. The breast augmentation was explained by her in the WWE 24 doc, or the 365, I think they did on her doc. We could kind of tell when that was going down that she had a little work done, and apparently that was kind of maintenance. She already had them done like years ago, 10 years ago. when she had some other issues or something like that, and they kind of recommend changing them out or fixing them up every 10 or so years, and that's what she was doing. So it was basically just an oil change, if you will, for her top shelf there. But I don't think that's what's affecting her, you know, in-ring work and her limitedness that she's had lately. I think it's the concussion stuff, but the way she's also been treated in matches, like she's not losing and getting beat very often. Like she's finding her way out of matches and just doing a lot of weird shit, drinking a lot of coffee. All right, Becky and Nikki, here we go. I love that Alexa is sitting out there in a chair with her foot on the chair. Oh my god. If she broke her fucking ankle, she'd be at a medical facility, according to Michael Cole. Not a hospital, because hospitals apparently don't exist. Only medical facilities do. Thanks, Jarrett. Well, that's the point. Hopefully, if Raw's terrible, hopefully the stream will be fun. Poor Alexa. Well, at least she's got 2 chairs to prop it up. She's still crying. No, Marcus, I didn't see your super chat. Did I miss you? There you are. Oh, yeah. I was about to answer that, but the finish of the Becky and Alexa match was happening. Better in night, and thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. Better in 1997, Sting Crow or Austin 316? Austin 316. I mean, Sting was great and everything, but that whole year of 97 until Starrcade, he didn't wrestle. He was just up in the rafters and shit, all out of shape. I think it was memorable, don't get me wrong, but Austin was really making waves, and people were taking notice. So I'm going Austin. Nothing. I mean, Austin had... That was the same year Austin had the WrestleMania match with Bret Hart. Sting didn't have a match at all. So I'm going Austin. Faux show. Becky, good-looking bridge out of that.
She's got to be hard to prepare for, let alone in an impromptu situation like Becky Lynch finds herself right now.
Yeah, certainly. I think even if you had a month to prepare for Nikki Cross, you still wouldn't know what you were getting from her.
Becky hung up to the top rope. Nikki gonna go to the top now. Becky back to her feet. We'll meet Nikki there, and Nikki fell hard on her shoulder, the back of her neck. And now the aggressive Becky Lynch. Oh, Palante! With a manhandle slam, Nikki Cross and Becky with the win.
Becky takes care of Nikki in easy fashion. And Alexa is still crying. Girl, you need to go get you some medical help. Get you a pair of crutches or something. She's better. It's a miracle. Who said back in the day it's a miracle? I forgot. It was so funny. Somebody got up from an injury and they're like, it's a miracle. I think it was Bobby Heenan. Who did he say that about? It's a miracle. Oh, here comes Natty to no reaction. She's going to go after Becky, I hope, right? Yeah. Sharpshooter. A little revenge. Thank you, Austin, for the $2. Has anyone returned more than Taker and Big Show? I don't know. Taker's going to be hard to beat. Big Show's come back a bunch of times, too. Taker, Big Show. Mark Henry might be on the list. Hogan, maybe even to a degree. But he doesn't wrestle. Ugh.
Respect to Natalia. She deserves every ounce of respect from every woman here in WWE.
Becky Lynch did win the match in the second. A sneak attack and ambush from behind by Alexa.
She's better, Corey Graves says. That was so fucking funny.
The smile on her face as Nikki continues.
Who did that? Who said the line, "It's a miracle"? It was in wrestling. I want to say it was like years ago. It was a similar situation. I don't know why I'm hearing Bobby Heenan's voice in my head. It might not have been Heenan, but I think it was. It's a miracle. I'll think of it. Oh, I remember. I think it was Jerry Lawler. It was Jerry Lawler at SummerSlam when he came out with the crutches and he couldn't. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Bruce, you're saying the same thing. It was Lawler and he had the crutches and then he got in the ring and Heenan is going, "It's a miracle." I knew it would come to me. Yeah, and thank you for the assist there, Dan. That's what it was.
It's not about making friends.
Or Bruce, excuse me.
It's about being professional. And at SummerSlam, after I beat Becky Lynch, she's not going to want to shake my hand. And I wouldn't shake her hand if she gave me her hand because I don't trust her.
I wouldn't shake her hand if she gave me her hand.
In fact, I'd like to challenge Becky Lynch to a submission match. My superior sharpshooter to her inferior disarmer.
Submission match.
I don't think the man
Why not?
has the guts to accept my challenge.
Oh, I think she does, Natalia.
That's why I'm not going to issue it.
Oh, God damn it. You can't do that. You can't triple stamp and double stamp, Natalia.
Continue to cross lines.
The girl issues a challenge and then is like, "Nah, never mind."
I have worked my entire career to get where
Doesn't work like that. Well, hopefully Becky will be like, "Hey, you dope. You want to do a submission match? Okay, you dope. I'll accept your challenge." Hopefully she'll cut a promo like that when we get back from commercial break. And the submission match will be set. Sharpshooter versus Disarmer at the SummerSlam.
I know you had a reputation in New York as a killer.
and you know what you're up against.
Politics is a dirty business.
You have a lot to learn about the way things are done around here.
You don't know anything about politics.
Maybe not, but I do know about power.
Thank you, Almighty, for the $2. Enjoying the stream as always. I'm glad you are. Thank you for enjoying it. Got to enjoy something on a Monday night, you know what I mean? As we sure as shit ain't getting it from the USA Network.
All new Wednesday starting at 9 on USA. At Burger King, get the Whopper meal deals for $4, $5, and $6. Get the Whopper Junior meal for
We've been Corbin free for almost 2 Raws now.
or try the double Whopper
That's
for
cool.
$6.
Didn't realize that. He wasn't out there with Lacey last week? Or the week before? Good. Peace out, Mr. Singh, the nerd, the sleepover, falling asleep first. 40 minutes before Raw goes off the air, but I can't blame you. The shit's tough to watch. I'll be getting out of here as soon as Raw's over so I can finish up a couple of things and get my shit together. As far as the video schedule that I've got coming, I think I'm going to do... I got a watch-along in the can already done. But it's not very good. I even hesitated uploading it, but I'll upload it. Fuck it. That's coming probably in the next day or two. I'll just upload that. And then on Saturday, you'll have This Day in History, and then I'll be up here next Monday. So you really won't even know I'm gone. Or I might not be up here next Monday, excuse me. But you really might not know I'm gone until next week. But I leave Thursday, get back Monday afternoon, and I'm just a little bit too nervous to guarantee that I'm going to be up here live streaming. I'm going to try my best, but I may not even feel like it. Thank you for another buck, Zelaine. You're awesome. Or Zane, excuse me.
When someone new joins the family, it's play game.
Hide and seek? Are we really going to play that?
You can hide anywhere in the house.
I know you're in here.
Here I come.
Looks like a Halloween movie.
Dove Plus Care Sport Care. For the pregame. For the ballgame. For the postgame. Dove Plus Care Sport
Bring back Sting. Damn, why? Let's just keep Sting out of this. Wow. Oh, yeah, I guess we need to talk about that, don't we? Trish Stratus. So Lawler is going to be on SmackDown tomorrow, hosting a King's Court. Just what we need. More TV shows. Or more talk show, segments on Raw and SmackDown. We only have 7 of those already. What's one more? Pregnant champ. Somebody beat her right here. Or maybe a referee or authority figure will just strip her. Of the title, that is. Not her clothes.
Anybody want to see me? No? Okay. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Stop staring at me. Just make sure you send me the good ones. I don't want to...
God, I really hate you. There's Strowman. Strowman, just reach up there and pull the baby out. You're not pregnant anymore, now I can beat you. It ain't up to us, Maria. That right there is nature. I don't have no uterus because that's the way nature works. Okay, why are you grunting? What was the point of that? What was the absolute fucking point of Maria and Strowman out there? I don't know how old Jerry Lawler is going to live to be. Every year is a present. Every year is a gift, as far as I'm concerned with Jerry Lawler, because had he not been announcing on Monday Night Raw during his heart attack, he would not be alive right now. He was so lucky that that happened to him during Raw, where he's got a ton of medical people, and they whisked him away into an ambulance right into a hospital. If that shit would have happened to him at his house, I don't think he'd be with us right now. So we're going to get the Summit in the main event, huh? I was kind of thinking this would be the main event. But I guess the Samoan Summit is going to be the main event. Mike Witt, thanks for the $5, dude. I appreciate it. Your favorite, or my favorite WWE match of all time is Bret vs. Austin at Mania. That's a good one, and a submission match. You should do a review of the first NWA Clash of Champions sometime. I would love to do that. That sounds like a video that would get no views. I mean, it'd get views, but it would not get many. Whenever I go back too far, I just think my audience is a lot younger, and I don't know if they'll like that. But I would love to rewatch that and do a review on it, maybe one day. Thanks, Addicted Chip. Yeah, Maria Kanellis is going to get these hands. Yeah, Lawler, to his credit, I mean, Lawler, I'm not a big fan of Lawler, really, anymore. Like, I don't like him very much, but I appreciate... Oh, here comes Shawn. Oh, no, it's Ziggler dressed as him. Okay, it's gotta be Ziggler and Shawn at SummerSlam. They're not going to do all this and not do the match. As far as I'm concerned, this is confirmation. With him coming out here to Shawn's music. That's confirmation we're going to get the match, I think. But Lawler coming up through the business and being such a big star in the 80s like that, in the 90s when drugs and alcohol were so prevalent and so common in wrestling, and for him to keep his nose clean during all of that and just concentrate and focus his energy on banging young chicks, at least he stayed out of the demons. You know, he didn't have too much of that going on. His demons were dressed differently. Hmm.
Embarrassing.
And Rollins wasting time going right after Dolph Ziggler. And now Rollins sends Ziggler over the top rope to the floor. Rollins is incensed.
Maybe give a lesson in respect.
I was fooled for a second too because I was talking and then I saw Sean's meal. I'm like, oh shit, is he coming out? And then it was Ziggler. But that's good, you know. To me, I really want Shawn Michaels versus Dolph Ziggler. I think that would be a good attraction match on the SummerSlam card. And having him come out and doing this all but confirms this in my head that they're going to do this. Because if they don't, what the fuck are they doing? So it's got to be that. They put him in here with if they put him in the ring now with the Miz at SummerSlam, I'm canceling my NFL Network.
I think Dolph's just jealous of how easy everything seems to come to Shawn Michaels. Dolph's had to work for every single thing, and clearly he doesn't.
Mr. SummerSlam, I would say, is Bret Hart. A lot of big matches there. Got on the mat, won the tag team titles there in 1990, won the Intercontinental title there in 1991, and won the World title there in 1997. He won all 3 major belts WWE had to offer at SummerSlam. So if Shawn is Mr. WrestleMania, I'm voting Bret for Mr. SummerSlam. Hands down.
Listen, Shawn Michaels also spit a little disrespect of his own. I mean, imagine what went through Dolph Ziggler's mind and his body. Yeah, but Shawn Michaels has earned that, Corey. He's earned the opportunity to come out here and show the disrespect after he's interrupted like he was by Ziggler. Historically speaking, in this business, Cole, how do you get to the top of the mountain? By stepping on those above you. Yeah, but Dolph Ziggler had to find a way. He has to carve out a path. Otherwise, he will always be known as a second-rate Shawn Michaels. And that had to drive him up a wall to hear those words come from HBK himself. Again, I'm not justifying it. I'm just looking at it with a different set of eyes.
I mean, I talked about this too on Friday, is that I would love for them to do this match for no other reason than just to... I want Shawn to redeem himself the way Undertaker did. I mean, that match in Saudi Arabia with Goldberg was a fucking toilet sandwich. And Undertaker, I think, had something to prove at Extreme Rules in the tag match, and he had a really good match. And he worked a lot better, and he was in there with somebody that, and with people that can help give him a good match. And Shawn, it was the same thing. The DX against Brothers of Destruction match was horrible. And I think Shawn should come back and redeem himself one more time, return to a pay-per-view that he helped make famous, and have a really good match with a guy that's going to give him a hell of a lot better of a fight than Kane and Undertaker did. You know, you got to remember, when Shawn was in that match, his opponents were 2 guys that can barely fucking walk. You put him in there with Ziggler, can move around, can bump around, can sell. The match could be totally different, and Shawn can finally... He should have never came back to begin with. To me, he ruined it by coming back, so now that he's back, doesn't matter if you have another match or not. Might as well have one. And redeem yourself. And try to have our last final memory of you in the ring to be more pleasant than the one that we currently have. Because that was just horrific, man. Absolutely terrible. You'd say Brock is Mr. SummerSlam? Yeah, he's won all those matches there, right? Won the title there in 02. Didn't he lose in 03? I forgot. Then he didn't come back, beat Triple H there. He beat CM Punk there, beat Cena there. And then beat Roman and shit. So yeah, he's had a couple wins and a couple losses. Yeah, for sure. Brock's on the list. I don't know who would be Mr. Royal Rumble. I'd have to think about that. Maybe Austin. He won 3 of them. Yeah, this Shawn match seems like a no-brainer. I think I'm almost starting to move past the speculating if it's going to happen stage or not. Like, I think they're going to do it. And I think they should. There's no reason not to. Oh, Shawn's not going to wrestle anymore. Why not? He wrestled in Saudi Arabia. This will be a big payday, too. And plus, if Shawn gives a shit at all about his legacy, he's going to want to right that wrong, that horrible debacle of a match that he had in Saudi Arabia. This will be a much better way to go out. Unless he's not even going out. Maybe Shawn's going to come back and wrestle once a year. Or some shit. But if he comes back and he works a match with Ziggler at SummerSlam, does Shawn do to Ziggler what Hogan did to him in 2005, or does Shawn put him over? Good question to ponder there. Maybe Ziggler oversells Shawn. Mr. King of the Ring, Owen Hart, or Randy Savage. Randy Savage, maybe based on commentary. Randy Savage was very memorable at the first two in 1993, and then poor Savage had to deal with Art Donovan in 94. And Savage was nuts enough, you know, people already had to deal with him. I think Jim Ross struggled with him a little bit. I got no problem with Shawn putting over Ziggler rather than someone else. You're always going to get that I'd rather it be someone else debate, like when somebody has a match and stuff, but this Ziggler one doesn't bother me. I think that, oh, you should give it to a young guy shit only applies sometimes. There is a good reason and a backstory to Shawn and Ziggler. There's something there. It's not just as simple as, oh, you should give it to somebody from NXT. No, Ziggler's got the comparisons to Shawn. He emulated him for so long. You know, that he can cut a promo. He can probably, you know, they had a great segment on SmackDown. Probably one of the best segments on SmackDown in a long time. I think it was all fine. In some cases, yeah, you can maybe point to a situation and say, oh, it would be better, I think, if somebody else got that position. But this one is not one that would bother me at all. And plus, you know, Ziggler... There's been a lot of WWE, a lot the WWE's done wrong with him. And maybe that one little feather in his cap might just be a nice thank you, a nice thing for him for his career. You know, the guy's a pretty good wrestler. Any issues we have with Ziggler isn't any fault of his. It's a fault of WWE and their use of him. They've tried several times to get him back on the map, and then it's almost worked, and then they just forgot about him again. I thought they were fine. I thought they finally got it figured out like 3 years ago when he had that, when he put his career on the line against The Miz in that IC title match. I thought that might have been finally him turning the corner, and they never did anything with that either. So just... Ziggler's not a perfect competitor or anything, but most of the lack of success he has, I put that more on WWE's shoulders than his. And a little bit of bad luck mixed in. Oh. Oh my God, those look good. Both super kicks look great. Ziggler a Hall of Famer? Yeah, Ziggler going in the Hall of Fame. Oh yeah, Brock is in the house, is he not? Is he coming out here? There he is. I was about to say, wasn't he advertised tonight? There he is. I forgot Brock would... How come they haven't talked about this tonight? I kind of forgot Lesnar was here. He's coming in the ring. We're fighting. All right. Wow. And Lesnar's Germaning the shit out of poor Seth.
The Germans are just gonna keep on coming.
Rollins is going to Suplex City. Brock Lesnar, as intense as they come, is focused on Rollins. And this, oh my God, this is going to be ugly. It's going to be, it already is.
I'm wondering if Brock is scheduled for TV next week on the Go Home. probably is, but if he's here, maybe he's not. No, next week's Go Home. Which sucks, I might be missing it, but that's okay. I don't even know where Raw is next week, but Seth is getting just annihilated in Arkansas here. Mike Witt, thanks for $2, Mr. Money in the Bank CM Punk. Yeah, considering the fucking matches he's had there. And plus he's won a couple of Money in the Bank briefcases before they took place at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, but then he also won the title in one of the most epic and rare 5-star matches Meltzer's ever given out back in 2011. So yeah, I'll go that for sure. Oh, F5 into the post. Ah, poor Seth. Why is SummerSlam so early this year? I don't know. Back in 1997, SummerSlam fell earlier than this. It fell on August 3rd, which happens to be this Saturday, which happens to be the same day as This Day in History coming out. I wonder what it could be about. God, chair shots are fucking brutal, man. Yeah, they're making Brock fly to Arkansas. He likes those type of places, though. He likes those wide open, rural type of shit. He lives way out in BFE, right? Somewhere up north. In a lot of ways, it might actually be more tolerable for someone like him to go to Arkansas than like LA or New York, where you have to deal with that madness. Oh my God. F5 on the chair that was standing up, which is awesome. Poor Seth. Ball game, Maggle. They're chanting one more time. We sure Seth's the babyface here? Another one. Oh my. Why bury? They're not burying Rollins. He's just getting his ass kicked by Brock. Just part of the storyline. What you're seeing here is no different than what you see in like any feud. There's always one week where the heel beats the shit out of the babyface. Seth's bleeding internally. That's great. Fuck. Did he say fuck? Oh no, he's just gagging. Ugh. Yeah, maybe it means Seth is winning the title. I hope it does win that. I know Seth isn't everybody's favorite person right now, but I think we'd all prefer Seth over Brock. Another one. Yes, do it. Even Heyman's like, stop. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, good, you were joking. I thought you was crazy. Damn, Seth. Yeah, I guess Roman has got his Samoan Summit. Does he not want to help his friend anymore? F5 Heyman, no way. We need Heyman in one piece.
This is how it all started. Dolph Ziggler would prevent Rollins just enough to allow Lesnar to attack, and after that, Rollins didn't have
Oh, I forgot about it. He got the F5 into the post, too, and then 3 of them on the chair.
the steel post, and then Lesnar would just get meaner and meaner. We have to watch this again. This is like there's a line that's been crossed.
Seth took those bumps beautifully, too.
Brock Lesnar's
Looked believable as shit.
desire for a mental advantage. Seth Rollins just
And I liked the little bit of shades that we did see of Seth Rollins when he was starting to get a little bit angrier. He was coming out there and just wearing the shit out of everybody with the chair. I hope this, like, pisses him off to where, you know, he pulled a fast one at WrestleMania with the low blow, remember? So I hope he comes out in SummerSlam and does the same thing. Low blow, curb stomp. Maybe he beats Brock in a squash. Shocks everybody. But again, if he does that, then why the fuck put the belt back on Brock to begin with? Seems like the whole thing is a big waste of time. Can we not have a close-up on Seth's blood cough, please? And his bleeding. Can your face be any more on the screen than it is? Thank you. No, Raw is not over. We still have the Samoan Summit coming up, which luckily after this commercial break can't last any longer than 12 or 14 minutes, so suffering's almost over. Seth Rollins using a blood capsule. Oh, I'm sure that was, yeah. Mike Witt does not like Brock Lesnar. I forgot. That's hilarious. You were the funniest part of Extreme Rules. I've said it many times and will continue to say it. WWE would be better off without Lesnar. I do not want Lesnar to go away. Same old. Every time he's on TV, boring. He's never on TV. That's the thing. It's just like he's not even on TV that much. I don't know how we can be so sick of him, but yeah. I don't mind Brock being there. But yeah, him being champion, especially this latest title run, seems really weird, and it's just not something I would have done. I would have played around with that briefcase a little bit longer. I would have had some more fun with it. I would have sent him over to SmackDown on Fox and have him beat Kofi for the title or something like that. Just keep him away from it right now so we can kind of get over our anger and hatred for him. But when he came back, boy, he had a little fire under old Mike. But yeah, Mike, I'm never going to have the issues with Brock that you do. Just not going to happen. But I certainly understand the frustrations with Brock. Absolutely. But for me to say he's boring and shouldn't be there and he should go away, I don't take it that far. I'm more in between. I'm more somewhere between you and somewhere between not wanting him champion. That was funny. I'd forgotten about Extreme Rules. Mike was like, "Are you kidding me?" I could feel the anger. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, what do you do? Do you change? What do you guys think for SummerSlam? Do you change one of the 2 title belts or both? And if you only choose one, which one do you change? Do both guys retain? Do both guys drop? Does one guy retain and drop? How does it go? A lot of people are feeling like this is going to be the end for Kofi, and I think maybe it won't be, but the honeymoon might finally be over for old Kofi, who has now officially held that belt as long as I thought he would. I thought SummerSlam would be the absolute latest Kofi would keep it, but it's possible he keeps going. Yeah, that's always the case, you know, that's always the case with, you know, when you have guys like that, you know, you're saying, you know, you just want someone new, push someone younger. Well, they are pushing plenty of guys that are younger, and I don't think Brock's necessarily being pushed. Brock's just an established... Oh, look at Becky in the background. He's just an established main eventer that WWE uses in that position. Not a big deal. Oh, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh, Lord. You just want to push younger, fresher talent? Well, they will, and they are. I mean, don't forget who was the champion before Brock. Seth Rollins. Who's the champion on SmackDown? Well, Kofi's not necessarily younger. But Brock winning the title here isn't going to stop anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make those people go away, you know? I think fans are just kind of getting sick of WWE. The feeling is they're going back to him a lot. Because they feel like he's the only super megastar they really have. But WWE could change that if they just decided to try to give some other people... Oh, Lord. Now Brock's... Is this Austin and Brett from 97? I told you we were going straight to hell. Yes, pull him out of there. Man, Brock's doing some Braun Strowman shit here. Oh my God. He's rolling into the fucking crate. Oh, that's great. Brock is beating the shit out of him. And I guess Roman was tied up in that brawl with the OC and Samoa Joe. F5 on the stretcher. Oh my God. Damn. He bounced right off of that stretcher. Mike, how can you not how can you not be entertained? Are you not entertained? Wrestling is better than the things you like. I found nothing horrible with that segment whatsoever. That was badass. Pulled him out of the ambulance. F5'd him on the fucking stretcher. He'd never seen that before. Give him another blood capsule. Looks like he's wearing lipstick. Another happy landing for Seth, exactly. That guy landed on everything wrong. All three of those are not wrong, just really good. All three of the F5s on the chair looked sick, and that looked ridiculous. Wow. Oh my God, please don't tell me Roman taking Seth's place. I don't think so. And plus, Roman has still got this Samoan Summit shit going on here in the next 10 minutes. Catherine, why's your back hurt? Because of what you saw happen to Seth? I think my side hurts and my internal ribs. I might start coughing up blood just from watching that. I hate Brock. That's why I'm not entertained. I don't think I've ever hated a wrestler more than Mike Witt hates Brock. But that's part of the fun. Charlotte's gonna take his place. He did. He bounced off that stretcher. I'm sure when we come back from commercial, we're gonna see 911 replays of this. And he bounced a good 6 inches off that steel gurney. Damn. And Joe jumped Reigns, so maybe the Samoan Summit has been canceled. No summit for you. But I want a summit. And the Usos are involved. I don't think Jimmy needs a summit. He needs more of a meeting. And I don't know why the OC helped Roman. Yeah, they were out there too fighting. I thought the OC was helping. I thought the OC was fighting off the Usos. And then Roman came to help them, and then Joe jumped in there. That's what I thought I saw. But I don't know what I saw. I don't know what we're even watching. Is this SmackDown? Are you a psycho if you like those brutal F5s? No. I like those brutal F5s. They're awesome. Look great. That's the point. Oh, hi, Jimmy and Jay. How'd y'all get there with Roman? Did you drive? Or? We saw him growing up. Is that how long this shit's been going on? I've never seen any of them. There's been 64 Fast and Furiouses, right? And this is a spin-off? Oh, he does the ooh-ah thing in the movie? Who's the dude that wants to see this so bad? You're crazy. I would never see that movie. All right, here comes Samoa Joe with 8 minutes left in the show to summitize himself with Roman Reigns. They're going to get their summit on. Job, job. Job, 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 job. Job, job. I mean, what he did here, it was, I mean, Austin, when he pulled out Brett, he started hitting him with, peppering him with rights. He just rolled Seth's ass down the fucking, right into the crate, and then okay, here's the replay on this stretcher here. I want to see this. That is crazy. How did he not shatter his pelvis or hip? Look at that. Oh my god, that's gnarly. They could have done a better job with the blood in his mouth. He just looked like he was wearing lipstick. He's like hanging out with Lacey Evans or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you tonight the Samoan Summit has been canceled due to catastrophic failure of peace talks. As a matter of fact, I am perfectly alright with that because I didn't come here tonight to talk. I came
here to lose. Oh, to fight, sorry.
I suggest if you can, stroll back down here so I can finish the beatdown that I started in the back.
What makes you so confident you can beat Roman Reigns? You need to worry about beating Ricochet first. I can't believe this is the main event segment. It's a good workout for Seth's abs. He ain't gonna be able to work out those abs for a while. You got a cracked rib or something. You ain't doing no sit-ups. You're not doing much of anything. It could be a Samoan intervention for Jimmy Uso. Very good point, Rick. That's for show. We got flying steps around here. Oh, McIntyre's out here too? Great, it's a party. We're gonna get Shane and Owens as well? Why not? I can't tell who Drew is feuding with ever.
Everybody in WWE's gunning for the big dog right now. Now Samoa Joe back into the fray, and now it's very dangerous.
Damn, now Roman's got both these guys. I'll say, where's somebody? Owens or Cedric? What the fuck? Cedric on his another random Raw main event appearance. I'm either a janitor or I'm running in. One or the other. But I'm going to be there. Okay, now go dive over the top rope, Cedric. You know what you're supposed to do. There you go. There he goes. Oh, no, he got intercepted. Pick 6 by Joe. Oh, he's about to get speared. All right, we got 3 minutes left here, so what are they going to do? They're just a big brawl to end the show here. We got to have some more run-ins here, you would think. Maybe the club and the Usos will get back involved in this. Or a gong, that would be awesome too. I'd be into that. Bad intentions. Oh, here come the Usos. Speaking of bad intentions. And the OC, all right. What is this going to lead to, though? Like, what? They got to go off the air here in less than 2 minutes. This reminds me of a Go Home Survivor Series show. Cedric is on the top of the stage. It's like Sabu when he was on the R. All right, Cedric, I think, survived that. Eight-man tag at SummerSlam. I don't know why they would do that, but maybe. I don't know what the point of the ending of this Raw is. God, he was up there high. Drew wants to Claymore. Poor Cedric. No, Cedric's fighting back. Wonder if we're just going to get Cedric and Drew tomorrow night on SmackDown. Feels like that's what they do. And now Gallows and Anderson. Still don't know what the hell they're doing here. So we got the Usos, Gallows and Anderson, Cedric, McIntyre, Roman, and Joe. All out there. Oh, Joe ate those. All right, so the Reigns, Usos, and Alexander reign supreme over Joe, Gallows, and Anderson, and Drew. That would be the most random-ass 8-man tag ever if they put that together at SummerSlam. And I don't know how it's going off the air like this. This is fucking stupid. But okay. Samoan summon. Half of the people all aren't even Samoan. Do you even Samoa, bro? Oh my god. That'd be a good name for him then. You can make that be Cedric's name. Yeah, wild card. This will happen tomorrow. Yeah, probably not even next week. The 8-man tag will probably happen tomorrow. But whatever they do, I mean, we got one more week now. We have one more Raw before SummerSlam, and we don't have a Roman Reigns match yet. That's pretty crazy. So they better get their act together. But anyway, I got to get out of here too because I got a lot of shit to do. So yeah, just as a reminder, check back probably on Wednesday. I'll have a watch-along up this coming Saturday. I will be up here with a This Day in History. Possibly a mic drop in there somewhere, but probably not. And then next Monday, I'm going to go ahead and say no on the live stream. I just don't think I'll make it in time. But if I do, stay tuned to Twitter. Make sure you follow me so you can stay updated all this week at GoodMicWork. And if I'm able to come up here this Monday, I'll let you know. And I'll keep you posted on all of that shit via social media. So make sure you follow, you like, you subscribe, and all that stuff. Have a great rest of your Monday night. The next live stream will be maximum 2 weeks away, but should see you before that, hopefully. So y'all be good. Have a good rest of your night. Peace.